Altogether, I can be able to swing between. No, I'm this way. Alright, starting.
Start?
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and check this.
Oh, you want to see if you could be able to get to see it? Alright. Shalom Akim. I'd like to say Kahalayim, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors the apostles, elders of Great Millstone at Ruel. Peace and salutation to the Akim around the world that push this 4 corners of the earth. Right? In sincerity, pushing this word. Right? The Hebrew Israelites, according to the scriptures, according to prophecy, they'll come to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom. Week in and week out. So, you know, there's a endless work. It's not just something that, as the brothers say, it's not something that just do on a Saturday or a Sunday or any day during the week. It's something that do 24/7. Right?
So as we on that topic, to the spread, I want to touch on like preaching, the importance of preaching and why it's not outside here. It's not really for debate, like how these other camps just sit down and do a debate with like the host of consciousness and so forth. You understand? Because you know, the job the apostles were sent to do was to do what they went to preach to the 4 corners. Apostle Paul and them used to be walking like to Asia Minor and so forth and all these other places. And what they was doing, the scriptures mentioned that they was preaching. They wasn't debating, nor they was doing this thing for entertainment. You know, but that was really this was what sparked my mind was seeing men singing and dancing, you know, and thinking this truth is an entertainment purpose, you know, because the job we were sent outside to do was to preach and preach and warn the people. You understand? We wasn't just outside there to sing, you know, dance, you know, thinking it's all a worldly game. Yeah, show. You know, because that was Jake like a show. Jake, they will pass 15 times, 20 times, the same walk they go past, see you preaching and they will never stop. But the one day in a debate with a man and they find you talking, you might be talking rough or you're talking thing, they will stop. Because that is what they like. They're interested, that is what they're interested in. You understand? So that is why the Lord said to use wisdom and all things, because when you see that, you know what, let's realize the purpose that you were sent here to do. And that was to preach. You understand? Yeah, go ahead.
So there's in 1 Corinthians 14 verse 1, it's to follow after charity and desire spiritual gifts, but rather that ye may prophesy.
That you what?
That ye may prophesy.
So what are we prophets? Because what we're doing here, we're bringing all the prophecies. We're bringing the prophecies that are written within here. Scripture says it's for kings to serve. It's for kings to serve that matter. You understand? And that is why we be in the scriptures day in day out. That is why we continue searching the scriptures, because in a day we was given this office to do what? Was to prophesy, not to hold back we give. It was a gift given unto us so that others could receive what it is you was given, in a way that you the gift you get, the reason why the Lord gave you it because you was chosen. But you know how to give unto them that was not. You understand? There is scripture say that hide the talents and so forth. In a day, he was sent there to do a purpose. That meant singing. That meant to preach the words of God. But you know, there are other truths to do. There are other sing. There are other debate. And there are do things that unnecessary than do what they're supposed to do. You understand? Because you know that preacher, when you go into that, that kind of preacher, but what Apostle Paul and they say they walk from here to there preaching the word. You understand? And that is what we are sent to do. Let's give me that first Peter 1 verse 1. You don't understand? You don't understand the heights and the things, the importance of the stature that he was given in the Lord. You understand?
1 Peter 1:1.
Yeah, that's yeah.
1 Peter 1 verse 1. It says, Peter, an apostle of Yahushua Mashiach, to the strangers scattered throughout Pontus and Galatia, it says, Cappadocia, Asia, and Bithynia.
Yeah, so Paul was talking to people, to Israelites that were scattered to these places. You understand? So where was he debating? No, he was trying to do our work, and our work was to wake up the elect, was to wake up them from them in Israel. You understand? Them that really want to serve the Lord. There was no one said to make you feel, you know, they had a job to do, and you had also go and do it. You had also go and fulfill the job that you were supposed to do. And that is what Paul and these other apostles was doing. They know the work they had also do, so they had also do it. Don't matter the distance that they had also go, they went. They wasn't singing, they wasn't acting in a show, no movie, you know, they wasn't doing all these things. The Lord said, go forth and preach my word, and that is what they was doing, preaching the word. And the scripture says, rather they hear or forbid. Somebody give me that Ezekiel. Give me that Ezekiel 3, chapter 3. Yeah, go ahead. Bring a little bit back.
So this is
like before you come to do the works, I was watching a video that somebody pop on Instagram. And as IYC come back inside now. And here they come back inside from preaching, but here was the capture now. For the video now. Our men now come out from war. And the women inside the congregation, inside the big church, where it is IYC big church, they chain on. That anything to do with the Lord? That has nothing to do with the Lord. All of that is that I saw publicity. You understand? Come on, I tell you, these men are wickedness. These men are wickedness, because when you go into the depths of so much reports again about how IOIC, the things that deal with and the things that do, even teach the scriptures correct. The only thing that might teach correct is the 12 tribes. And the apostle Tahada said that is why you communicate that, hey, they're preaching the 12 tribes, you know, correct and so forth. That is basically it. Why else? Why else do it? Because they, hey, IOIC keep the Passover as a singing, songwriting, movie flick. That is not what it is written in the word. That is not how it is. How it is supposed to keep the Passover in matter. Passover is what Solemn Assembly. That's supposed to be sacred. You understand? Yeah. But that just to show you the work that we were sent to do. Because if it wasn't preaching the word, then how you would have know the lies from the truth? How you would have know the difference? Teaching the truth, but who's them not teaching the truth? That is what the scripture says. The Lord said in Isaiah, he said, the teacher shall not be hid no more. You understand? Yeah, they wouldn't be hid no more. Right? Now bring a piece up now. Yeah, then we will continue. Bring yours, son.
This is Ezekiel chapter 3 verse 17.
Yeah.
Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
So is a watchman unto the house of Israel? Yeah. So what watchman do? A watchman is give warning. There's a reason why he watching. You understand? When
therefore hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning for me,
and give them
from
what?
me.
Give them warning. And that is what Peter them was good, because the same way we read in here of their account and of the account before them is the same way they were reading these scriptures that were before them. And they had also followed what was written. So the same way Paul and them might have been touching on the same Ezekiel. And come here, they all warning by so, you know. Or that to do this, or that to stop this, or that to do this. That's the same thing they was doing. There wasn't no debate to fight no or take, you know, fight no thing down with you. No, there wasn't that. No, with this singing, no, with they come to sing to you. You know, come in and sweet melody. Go back to Israel. You know, there wasn't on that. There wasn't on that. They had a job to do. They had a job to do, and they was doing it. You understand? You ever come to your mind that when your try come back, he choose them? Why he choose them? It have millions of people that was there. Why was these 12 men single-handedly pinpoint? Why were they chosen? When you watch the work to do, the work to do was great. All the apostles. And in the 12, Paul was not in the 12. Plenty of people don't know that. Plenty people believe Paul was in the 12. Paul just worked. That's what Paul was doing. Paul was hard working. You know, that's why he didn't mention, hey, I've finished my course. He could have said that, hey, I've finished my course, like, because the work he did put out. You understand? Even John, we say John will be the least. And what you work that John do? Hey, watch me. Before you was come, remember John? They said John was to be the part, meaning that he would have tell you, you know, and then you know, shall come to perfect that way. Oh, that was prophecies. John had also come before. It's the same way. No matter how heavy that is, right? True reincarnation. When they go back to Malachi, they say John. They say Elijah would have come back again. She come back as who? John. And he had also come back before who? Yahushai. So he could have lead the platform when Yahushai come. So what I mean, if Yahushai come back again, what I mean in that John had also come back one more time, and we come back as Abba Bevins. So we don't know where and he come and he serve. So we know the next comment that comes is Yahushai. Yeah, bring it.
Malachi 4, verse 5.
Yes.
It says, behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord.
Yeah, before the coming and dreadful day of the Lord, and the coming and the dreadful day coming again. Dreadful day coming. And that is when Yahushai come back. So we don't know, hey, so we are also be looking out for John. And come. So then what we looking out for? Yahushai, no? And that is who we're waiting for. But men singing. The scripture says Yahushua is what? The Alpha Omega, the beginning and the end. That is how deep it goes. You understand? So men singing, but men don't understand that, hey, we waiting for Yahushua to come back. There's no reason why we have to do what we have to do. You understand? Let them. That's one. Let Alpha finish.
Right? It's Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 18. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, thou speakest to the wicked from his wicked ways.
Yeah. So to warn the wicked from the wicked ways. So that is why they went forth doing what? Preaching. So how you gonna warn the wicked? Right, that's right. That's all right. Pull out here. That piece up on the go there. Anybody else bring out
One you just now want to.
Malachi. That's all right. Before you bring anything there, pull up. Acts. Now.
About 11.
Remember Acts 10 verse 42.
So, this is Acts chapter 10 verse 42. And he commanded us to preach unto the people and to testify that it is
No, start over one more time.
This is Acts chapter 10 verse 42. He said, and he commanded us.
what?
And he commanded
A
us.
command, remember? It was a command to preach unto the people, right? Not to sing, not entertain, not to do what you feel and to do when your day come. That was a commandment. That what the command was to do, to preach. So we need to. So all right, let me just go with it here. If you tell an number, right, you gotta push more, preach more. You're not telling them because you just want to play for. No, you're doing it because of a commandment. You understand? That one more again, Acts, but go ahead, finish it. I was going to finish.
This is Acts chapter 10 verse 42. And he commanded us to preach unto the people and to testify that it is he which was ordained of Yahweh to be the judge of quick and dead.
Yeah. So this is it was a commandment to go forth and preach his word. And even when you reach the whole of Acts, Apostle, Paul, Peter, Apostle Peter and so forth, all the apostles, they were moving, preaching. You didn't hear them say they were singing. You didn't hear them say they were doing something else. You understand? Well, I'll bring on the preaching.
It's like Romans 10, I'll start from 2. It says, for I bear them record that they have a zeal of power, but not according to knowledge.
Yeah, so they have a zeal of the Lord, but not according to knowledge.
Yeah, money, brother.
Money. You understand? So they have a zeal, but not according to knowledge. I go so like many things like the churches, even like how we did mention IUIC and all of that. Have a zeal, some of them have a zeal, but not according to knowledge. Because if they was zeal with knowledge, they don't know that the things they're doing wrong. You understand? The things that they're promoting wrong. Or you could only pass over and sing and dance. That's not there. That is Christianity. You understand? That is Christianity, and there's a reason why Christianity bought it right now. If you watch most of the brothers' videos online, you know this as they're preaching, a Christian walking after them to debate them. You know? Like I was watching the brothers from the elder from South Carolina. He tell a woman, hey, just leave me. Just go away, demon. We're not here to you know? Because she come up, she have a question. Yeah, so she should the scriptures and she want to you know? Go away. He didn't continue, he said go away. And you see, he really sparked my mind on that too, because he started jumping into topic of preaching and he fought and said, you understand? But that is a reason why the word preach so much. It's at a hit. You know the word preaching because of how they hear in it as well. You know the word pushing. And that was the purpose. The Lord said to go forth and preach it to the four corners. It's a reason why the Lord them walking and going to different places, traveling to go to different places, so that the world can reach these places that the world cannot reach. That's the reason why now it is easier on us, because now the video is reaching all over. You understand?
And even just to add, because just to show the importance of that the word even preaching in different tongues.
Yeah.
Right? So that all will be able to hear.
When you go into the Corinthians where it says, you know, the tongues, you gotta come to, you gotta be talking about edification, but them take tongues. Tongues just means a different language. Yeah. A man might talk Spanish, a man might talk German, a man might talk Dutch, French. We have brothers in Germany, you know? And that's to show you how heavy it is. When they have tongues is not yeah, that's not what tongues is. You understand? Them just see the word tongues and say, it just means to tap tongue. Tap somebody in here. You understand? And that person will tap in the head, guy, try to fall on the ground. They fall on because he's spread and they fall on because he tap wood. You understand? Go ahead.
Say verse 3, right? Romans 10 verse 3 is say, for they be in ignorance of ours righteousness, and going about to establish their own righteousness.
Yeah, going forth establishing their own righteousness. So the righteousness is not of the Lord. You understand? Like the word Ramad meaning the word perfect. And when you look at the word perfect in different scriptures, it means different things. And that going and agree into that scripture. Like the one scripture I said was Revelation 3. But the word perfect, when you look at the word perfect, it goes into being up and up a level in the Lord. That would mean in that scripture, you know, up in your level in the Lord, and I mean in that the level you're on, not worthy. So when you read Revelation 3, it was talking about the church of Sapphira, whatever it is, right? That's the meaning of the church, and the Spirit was saying that these men, this church here, they're fucking up. So you tell them, hey, if all them be perfect in the Lord, you cut all off. And when you look at the word perfect, when they say, well, wait now, what do you mean by perfect? When you look at the word perfect, it means to level up in the truth. What they was doing, they was not leveling up. They were staying that stagnant level, and they was doing wickedness on top of it. So when you train yourself to be perfect, and to be perfect in the truth, it's not because you're just trying, you know. Nah, you have to level up. Meaning that you have to fight to go onto a different level. Even when you look up, I think that's why when I look up in the blue that I give and travel on my phone, but I believe if I go right to direct if I go to perfect, when the scripture say be perfect, like your father in heaven and so forth. You know that scripture, you know what I mean? Was to be righteous in the scriptures, and to be perfect in the scriptures. And you to say, well, we'll try my best. No. If you look up all the words are perfect, it means to level up. It means to exercise your gift well. You know, all these things it means. So when you're trying to be perfect and you're not trying to level up, then you're just stagnant. You're not perfect, you're just there. You're on a low level. Yeah, to be complete, yeah, it was complete. Complete was one of the things too. You understand? And they're just like what the brothers, like what you say here, they're ignorant. You know? Not knowing the things that they have a zeal and according to knowledge, they have knowledge that know that hey, this is what it means. They are looking towards. It's a, if it wasn't for a apostle to hand them to tell all hey, look up all the things for themselves, look up all the words, men would have never do that. Men, it's a, that's why when they watch at camps like in IUIC and so forth, they don't look up what they teach them. They just go with the flow. And that's a Christianity way. Yes, men still look up with. Men still look up with. You understand? Where? Bring Revelation, have you touched upon it?
Alright, Revelation 3 verse 1, right? It said unto the angel of the church in Sardis, write these things. It says, saith he that had
Sardis what you say, my bad.
Yes. Saith he that had the 7 spirits of power and the 7 stars. It said, I know thy works.
You know thy works? What?
That thou hast a name. Thou hast a name that thou livest and art dead.
Thou livest and are dead. So they can't really live, but spiritually they're dead. You understand? Go ahead.
Right. It say, be watchful and strengthen the things which remain.
So that's that one line there. Tell you, it say be mindful and strengthen the things that remain. I mean strengthen it. And say that's whatever you have to leave it as is. And it say to strengthen. I mean it's to add on to what you already know. You understand? It means to add on to what you already know. Go ahead.
Say, be watchful and strengthen the things which remain. That it say that are ready to die. It say, for I have not found thy works perfect.
Yeah, you see, Lord say, you just say, hey, I ain't see your works perfect, but your works not perfect. I'm gonna go and look up the word perfect. You have it? You're trying to connect to the thing.
Yeah,
I'm
I get it.
But I'm gonna have it, I'll check on my phone.
No, it's our dictionary.
No, I didn't come on said already. I didn't come on said. Look at there, it says Revelation 3 verse 2, right? It says when you look up the word perfect. Nah, there's the offline, concordance. It says to make replete. That is literally to cram. It says level up. It says, or figuratively, to furnish. When you're furnishing something, what that means? It means you're going to make it better. You're going to make it better so it could last. You understand? It says execute. It says finish. It says finish a period of task. That is like even what I mentioned from the start. I said what Paul did say, you finish the course, he could have been able to say you finish the course. You know? I run this race, I finish my course, right? You know what I'm saying? You have it? It said to verify. You know what I'm saying? It said to accomplish, to complete, to fill or fulfill. Come on, you gotta add on to what you already know. So that way you said in church, in the works you see all they do it perfect. You know? Finish Revelation 3 so one hour left finish now, hold on, and 1 hour left finish Revelation 3. Alright, finish it.
Revelation 3 verse 2, right?
Yeah.
It say, Revelation 3 verse 2, it say, be watchful and straighten the things which remain that are ready to die. For I have not found thy works perfect before power.
So I have not found the works before the Lord? Because remember, the things you do here, you're not doing it for yourself, you're doing it unto the Lord. So if you're doing it unto the Lord, then how are you supposed to be doing it?
Perfect.
It's supposed to be what? But then again, when you're going to do it perfect, and you watch the meanings, are you doing it perfect? Well, I think it have one more percent of that one. Yeah, verse 3.
Alright. Revelation 3 verse 3, it says, remember therefore how thou hast received and heard.
Yeah. Remember how you received and heard it? You heard it? With all fervent. See the person you hear the truth from your head. Fervent. So you fall into it now, but you know that will make it come in. You understand, Gwen?
And hold fast.
And what?
And hold fast.
Gwen.
And repent.
Correct yourself, Gwen.
It says, if therefore thou shalt not watch, it says, I will come unto thee
as a thief.
As a thief. It says, and thou shalt not know what hour I will come unto thee.
What of verse 4?
It says, thou hast a few names even in Sardis, which have not defile their garments.
So it has some of them that within that church that they defile. Them was that it has some of them that actually within being in the churches, they still hold to what it is they learn. They still hold to how they're supposed to be now, you know? They didn't fall to that spirit that was in the church. Go ahead.
If I could say, that's like what the apostles say. It means you mess with our niggas, but not everybody's like that. That's
Yeah.
some spotful and some.
Some football. Correct, that's right. You can.
Right? They say, defile their garments, and they shall walk with me in white.
And they shall walk with who?
With me in
So he
white.
mentioned our whole church. But he didn't say the whole church. He said them that then defile themselves like the rest of them. They go walk with him and thing. The rest come show along.
They say in white, they say, for they are worthy.
And that is it. So go ahead.
And the Acts 20. Acts 20, I'll start on 25, right? They say, and now behold, I know that ye all among whom I have gone preaching the kingdom of power shall see my face no more. Right? So verse 26, he said, wherefore I take you to record this day that I am pure from the blood of all men.
Yeah, so pure means you know what? As it says that the blood wouldn't be on your head. You know? So that is important of preaching the word. You also getting that blood off your hand. You know? Come on, this love was singing. I watch, man. It's a video, one of the men from I think who do the video by Apostle Ariam, I think Apostle Gaba. One of the apostles do the video. And it was a Jake from one of the camps, Israelite camps, in a jacuzzi, with your procopine here and a motor here and whatever it is, and singing a tune.
Yeah.
That, what had to do with the truth? What purpose had to do with the truth? That nothing to do with the truth. And how men can encourage that? How men can be around and encourage that? Like see you do that and say, well, hey, that next thing too, you know, men see men doing wrong and they would never correct them by never say, hey, nah boy, you really not foolishness.
They often,
Yeah.
or the people that surround the Bible.
But just remember the same revelation we read 3 verse 3, it said what the Lord said. He said that them that didn't defile themselves. You understand? Go ahead.
Right?
Yeah.
They say the Ecclesiastes 22 verse 11. They say weep for the dead, for he has lost the light, and weep for the fool, for he wants understanding. Right? Right? They say weep for the fool because he wanted understanding. Because these men out here, you can see that the void of knowledge that the scriptures talk about. Right? They say and yeah, for he wanted understanding. They say make little weeping for the dead, for he is at rest. But the life of the fool is worse than death. The scriptures say the life of a fool is worse than death. The scripture, the second is talk about these people out here who are in darkness. It's better to be dead than to be in darkness. Because we know that darkness that the end will eventually lead to what? Destruction. You understand? Better to be dead. They say the life of a fool is worse than death. And you can see that in state of mind. 22? Ecclesiastes 22 verse 11. And you see majority of people out here where the scriptures say the spiritually dead, they walk it in darkness. As I say now, John 12:35. So we get a plan, Baba Kasha? John 10:35. So all these people out here in darkness. Like the scriptures talk about it, say at the children of the light, they say believe in the light.
It says John chapter 10, St. John, right?
Yeah.
Verse 35. He said, if he called them gods unto
10. Right, 10:35?
Right, 10:35. John 10:35.
That's how done.
John 10:35. It's not, they say why do you have the light walk in it? John 12:35. So that, yeah. 12:35. So that.
It says John chapter 12, verse 35. He said, then Yahushua said unto them, yet a little while is the light with you. Walk while ye have the light, lest darkness come upon you.
And the scriptures talk about it, say he that had not shall be taken away that he had. You understand? If you're not actually using the things that you learn in this truth and applying it, God will take your talent away and give it to somebody else. That's why you're supposed to, this truth, this knowledge you get is not something to just say, well, I know this. Like, I saw a girl, a certain girl that I talk to, and she'll be asking me, what does mean and what I mean? And I going back and forth with she, right, sure, until eventually reach a point that she stopped asking me them. You ask me that you're not going to apply it, but you ask them for just to know. You understand? It's not going on profit here. It's not going on profit here.
I want to know, but they ain't following.
Exactly.
That's what to know.
The scripture say, I piped a tune unto you, but you have not danced. If they're not dancing, then don't ask for music. You understand?
Be careful when you say dancing, eh?
No, well, that's the parable. That's the parable.
But the thing is,
Nah, you
once
know-
a dance, I say, I'm dancing to the Lord, yeah?
You know how cool this thing. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, John.
Say, for he that walketh in darkness knoweth not whether he good.
Because what the blind. When you blind, when you actually try to, like when current go on in your house, you ever try to walk to your house and say, where does be?
Hit your pinky toe on our chair instead of ball. You understand? Like you think, and it's scripture say what? Men love darkness and light. People rather walk in the darkness. You know, like I know somebody like real since preschool, primary school. That's all I know school, right? But recently he's had the same talk about scriptures and what I'm thinking now, but like, you know, he's searching. So he talk about the Christmas, he said, well, why stop celebrating Christmas? And I said, the master scripture, I said, this is where to take part in. And so he answered back, he must read the time he said, it's just to show you, even in this, we in the end, but it also had them that will come at the last hour. So you yourself had to be prepared. You know, you yourself had to be caught doing what the Lord's work, so that when these that come in the last hour, you'll be able to give them an answer. You know, you'll be able to get them, because we'll have an fluctuation of men that come in the last. You understand? We'll have them, the 11th hour jakes. You know, and will come. And you will have to be able to get them an answer. You will have to be able to answer certain things. Like I was telling you about this weekend, that every week you're seeing different prophecies that the Lord say happening. 1 week, uproars. Next week, sicknesses. Next week, you're seeing chips. So you're seeing your prophecies playing out day by day, week by week. You know? So right, hey, at the end of the day, what is written, these things that are written, it never failed. You understand? It was proven. All the things that are written was proven scientifically and spiritually. Because the world itself proved the things that are written. The flood, Esau proved that the flood happened. Remember? And they proved it. You understand? If you go into like the when Esau breaking on the how the earth split up, it was the Pangea first. And now it split, that's why he said there's a flood. So where the flood was written? In the word.
Like I say, I have a guy who I used to watch documentaries. His name is Walter J. Spear, I think that's his name. And he used to talk about, he used to go all over the world and do archaeological digs and things. And he used to show you how the flood on Noah actually did happen. Can you see even up in the mountains, high up in the mountains, where it's not easy to climb up there. You're seeing traces of things that is down in the ocean. You're seeing whale carcass up in the mountains. What whale carcass did up in the mountains?
How do you say?
Walter J. Spear.
How do you say? How we just grow legs and just walk up 3 episodes. You know, you saw Jamaica, he must see what the bacteria first. Yeah.
So the you could pick him up now.
Yeah, understand? That's thing, but it's just to show you it's proven. The things that are written are proven, it happened. That was second, I just put in verse 2 say what? You know? Because these words are what? Faithful and true. Faithful and true. I say, that's watching the news day by day. You're already seeing that. Wait till you don't see happening. We're talking about plagues, pestilences. Like this weekend, the news come out and say what? That the news come out and say that it have a new strain of HIV, a type 2 of HIV. You understand that way worse than the normal AIDS. You know? But all of us, because remember the Lord said in second Ezra that the Lord said he will bring new plagues upon them. And he say he go bring on the plagues of old back onto Egypt and so on. And then the Lord bring plagues onto them. And yeah, even at them, yeah, as you say, as the brother mentioned, paraphrasing that, them that things that are even written will come onto them. So what the Lord going to bring onto them is heavy judgment. But when they go into Deuteronomy 32, give me that in Deuteronomy 32, where it said the Lord weighs at judgment. You know? All the Lord weighs at judgment. You know, everything that happened and everything that going on is because everything being weighed on a scale. 32, I think it's this right there. Listen. Yeah, go ahead,
So the Isaiah 55 verse 11, right? It say, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void. You know what? Understand? And the scriptures say, even Yahushua said in Luke, he say, he come to fulfill all things. You understand? That was written up. And that's certain things seen him come back to fulfill yet. That is written up, like the wrath of the Lamb that we talk about in Revelation. Yeah. All of these things that must happen.
That's right. That is why we come out here to preach. We come out here to we sing in it. We say what tune we pipe in is this word. You understand? Bring on up. You finish this first. Finish where bring on first, and then after go to that match. Yeah. That's right.
It says, so shall my word that goeth forth out of my mouth, right? So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth.
Yeah.
It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it.
That's right. So it shall prosper in the things when you sent it. It's don't say it will come back to him void. You understand? You don't say this will come back to him void. So the things that are written, it must happen. The things that the Lord feeling to do at the moment, he will do. Yeah, remember, like I was watching this brother do a video last night. Kwasha. He was talking about the Lord is a five-phase spread. Because the Lord, what the Lord do, that was in Job. In Job we mentioned that Job 13. But here, just reading it back out this morning. Job 13 verse 15. They said, though he slay me, yet I will trust in him, but I will maintain mine own ways before him. So the Lord was testing Job, I don't know that. When you read it, all went on. He said, me would we. Remember the Lord just said, what did the Lord do with Ahab? The Lord just sent a spirit to who want to go and play with this person, want to go ahead. You understand? And that is the same way with us. It's a test of his spirit, the Lord doing that to see for thing. You understand? That's why the John 12, where it says, while you have the light, go with it. He never tell.
I'll bring out this picture here, right?
Go ahead.
This is Amos 3 verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people be not afraid? Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord hath not done it?
So, yeah. After, right? Yeah.
Explain it now.
Get one in Ezekiel? I'll get one in Matthew after, right? So it's a trumpet be blown in the city and the Lord didn't do it? You understand? Because that is the thing. That is the thing. Remember, what we doing is unto the Lord. And if the Lord doing all these things, at the end of the day, it's the Lord will. Yeah. Evil, good, all these things that we doing is the Lord. Right. We see in plague, we see in uproar, there is signs. That is why the reason why you preach and the importance of this preaching instead of singing a tune, instead of singing a literal tune, instead of going and make a music video. Do a normal video. If you can edit up a music video so good, then you can edit up a video about the signs and the prophecies. You do a recording on your phone. How long you do the recording now and just playing clips, put video clips about prophecies, about things and so forth. But that's the importance.
I have a good example for you. We're talking about like singing these songs.
Because Psalms and songs.
Exactly.
Psalms and songs. You understand? Psalms and songs.
So the second Maccabees 10, I'll start from 37. right? It say and killed Timotheus. It say that was hid in a certain pit, and Chereas, his brother, and Apollonius, right? Verse 38. It say when this was done, they praised the Lord with psalms.
Praise the Lord with what?
With psalms.
So that was, but psalms is what? Psalms is scriptures. It's songs, yes, but it's scriptures. They didn't want to sing a literal song. They didn't come on and sing your pussy what man put. They didn't come on and sing no cartel. They were singing scriptures. They were singing, yeah, jump, yeah. They were singing, they were just, and yet they were singing psalms. They were singing script. The word. That's the thing. The word not supposed to depart from his speech. No depart from anything you're doing. The words are always supposed to be there.
You say that every word of the Most High is pure now, but I'm going to try to mix the impure with the pure now.
You remember we had a debate about that, like way before the truth? We were talking about the rock music, about in the church, and I say, so why you go bring something worldly into something thing? You understand? Why you go bring something worldly into the church for? And then you're saying an evil thing, the guitar, Satan thing, but you playing a heavy guitar in the church. That don't make sense. Come say, it's bringing the youth. I said that don't make sense. If the youth want to come to listen, they will come. That was years, I tell you, years. My 10 years back, all kind of I tell you about it.
The pastor, the crip walk.
Yeah, no 10 years. But how long that was? My 20.
Power of God.
My 2012, some kind of thing I tell you about it. How long that was?
Next one's counting the power of God.
Like.
You remember?
Like there are people that be sharing crap for dollar quotes. Fuck you sharing crap for dollar quotes for that any importance? Crap for dollar, all crap for dollar send more money. You sharing that for you name alone crap for dollar. Yeah. That's the name alone will tell you you're a smart man. But they post about them. Right? That's the thing, you know. They go post up a quote about what crap dollar say. Sky blue. And with blue, you feel sad emotionally. A crap. Quote by crap dollar. And they post that the Saturday say, go ahead and say it, they go write it up on the wall. But they ain't go quote a scripture. They ain't go quote a psalms. That is why when the brother bring on the Maccabees here, they say they were the same psalms. They didn't stray from the Lord's word. They fight, they went to war. All these things they do, they didn't depart from the Lord's word. Well,
An example of him, I watch old time Moses.
the old one that had the Hebrew writing on it. On the stone?
Yeah, and I was walking through the seas and I was singing, many colors was his gold. That was like the first ever
Ten Commandments.
Ten Commandments, yeah. That was the first 10 Commandments with that. Yeah, that one Moses had the big bed, the big white bed. That the one that the picture we just used because when he hold up the tablet, it had the Hebrew writing on it. But
so when this was done, they praised the Lord with psalms and thanksgiving.
yeah,
They say, who had done so great things for Israel and given them the victory.
yeah. So again, we praise the Lord. We don't bring, you can't bring nothing from the world to appease the Lord. Because you already mentioned things of the world is enmity with the Lord. You understand? So you can't bring that. You can't try to. This is how we go. Jake just listen to rap music, so we go rap about the Lord and they will come in. No. The only way they're supposed to be coming sincerely is through the word. If they take the word, then they're not going to take it at all.
See, that is scripture, they say, wisdom now is a principal thing.
That's right.
I would like you to know, you understand it.
That's right.
The wisdom and knowledge is you know, is to know, knowing certain scriptures, and you know, maybe breakdowns. But they don't know how to, they don't really understand the depth or the importance of what really going into. Because really actually, that's the pieces we're talking about music. You understand? Like in the Revelation, only say the song of Moses, only them could understand it. You understand? They might think now, hey, because you're saying singing. And so they feel like, hey, all I glorifying, because you say psalms is also songs, right? Okay, we have a song of Aesop or song, you know? And they would go with the art, you know what? It's songs. So he sings songs, he had psalms, he wrote psalms and things I could probably write and sing too, and that's my part what I'm doing. You understand? But I'm not going to point to what the scripture is saying. You understand? They the only lust and the only desire then. You understand that?
Yeah, scripture and say Moses used to sing gospel. You say Moses used to sing songs of Moses.
But when you go into Deuteronomy, I think it's 31, it mentions the song of Moses.
But they go think like gospel.
Yeah.
But even just to add, the scriptures say that they are dumb dogs. They cannot bark. And they would never get the understanding of these mysteries.
It's like what the brother said, because what the brother said, they have no, what the brother said concerning the accent, but they're not really going to apply it. It won't be given to them. Why would they be given that knowledge when they're really not going to apply it? Right? And a man asked me that, he said, I'm a concerning the spirit, what is the spirit? And how you know that the scholars and them, how you know what the scholars and them saying is not right compared to what you saying? You understand? I said because them not applying it, so they will never get understanding. They just want to break it down. So that's quite all to say, well, because it's for faith, them do it for armor, them do it for corruptible crown. But we do it for incorruptible because we really sensitive trying to apply it. Them not even on that.
But even to that scholars of this world, they are Esau, they are the system.
But the scripture say, where's the wise? Where's the scribe?
That's the football thing. That's why you can see that when he asks you that question, you couldn't show him how them scholars teach and shit. Because you could go in the scriptures and through history, you understand and show them the difference. It's the same way he's talking this rubbish.
That even show even certain things that the scholars provide, we go use.
Yeah.
Yeah, they dissect what is truth from the lie.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, meat from the bone. You know, that is what you have to do. And at the end of the day, it all comes down to faith as well. If faith is a gift, from the Lord. If you in believe, what is written here or what is that, right? Are you okay? Romans 3:3. Shall you unbelieve?
Maybe most time without the faith.
You are not saying this. You are not saying this. You clay can't tell the pot or nothing.
This is the Hebrews 4.
That's on Peter. I don't know. Nah, where you going to bring on? Nah, go to the 52. Nah, you hold that one come on after. He bring you one in Ezekiel first.
It said Ezekiel 33 verse 31, right? Ezekiel 33 verse 31. It say, and they came unto thee as the people cometh, and they sat before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them.
So they hear thy words, and they come and sit in the midst. They are around me, they hear the sound of thing. They hear the word, boom, thing, yeah, thing. Mark of the beast, RFID the chip, all these things that they hear. They hear all the breakdowns, thing. You know, go ahead, that.
They say, for with their mouth they show much love.
And so the mouth, they show much love. Yeah, but thing. Yeah, it's all really wicked, isn't it? It's all really wicked, but in the background, you know what they're doing? These men doing talk about all that. Alice, like son I might be my grandmother, they know my cousin and man. So the porn I'm moving away. So every movie the porn is always a white man doing some wickedness and I say what your fucking wicked is. I say them is really the wickedest people in the earth. Thing, men get everybody wicked thing. I say, oh damn wicked, damn this, them is the most wicked. I say, who create these diseases? Who do this thing? Like I was telling, trying to I tell them, I say, how you feel coke get into the huts? Coke get into the huts because the white man bring it there. If the white man thought it would have destroyed Jake, it did. But remember, the Lord had also that judgment to be as well. It destroyed some also and so forth. But the Lord still showed that, hey, he did. Some come from it, some and the thought coconut destroyed it completely. You understand? Because when you go into Psalms 84, talk about the enemies, right? 83, talk about the enemies. Remember what they say?
They say that cut them off from being a nation.
Cut them off from being a nation. But the Lord still live for it. You understand? But what did they know? You know what the Lord do? The Lord take the same cocaine and he push it to the white earth. And they take it more than Jake. It affects them more than Jake. So I was telling them that same thing there. So then he was watching he was watching he never watched they showed him with Ice Cube. Is he NWA now?
What's it on?
Nah, NWA the rap group now, the movie now. And so in Saturday when the movie you see when I see some players when you walk up from inside the building and from inside the studio and the police lock him up just for thing now. So I see how wicked it is. That's straight talk. I see how wicked it is. I said that's still going on today now. Man say by racism done. I said, oh, racism done. I could never done. That's the it will never that ain't taking up any people feel stop racism. You can't. You can't. Because you know what? This nation was saying key nation better than the next. It's the same way with Jakes. Jakes know that their nation better than the rest.
But them know it too. Them know better than them too.
But they know that. But that's the thing, they know that. Yeah.
What piece up here?
But
These second anniversary. Start from 34. You see, way down there for our wickedness, now in the balance. And there's also that in the world. You say, so shall thy name nowhere be found but in Israel. Or when was it that they which dwell upon the earth have not sinned in thy sight? Or have so kept thy commandments? Thou shalt find that Israel by name had kept thy precepts but not the heathen. And like what you were saying, you know, when you watching the movie, you were saying, yeah, but you always saying, hey, they're white men wicked, and everybody will try to, but we wicked too, you know, they're not wicked too, but really actually wait out in the balance. Now, boy, I know we does well go off, Jake does well go to the extreme, but them,
you can't weigh the wickedness that's going on and he's going to Jake.
yeah, boy.
He's so beyond that. The shepherd say he saw do the work perfect.
Perfect, yeah.
Perfect to do the work.
But Jakes, to that Jakes, they follow wickedness, they follow after wickedness.
So the word
But
we
no,
have
but Esau,
create.
He making ways to devising wickedness.
That's why we the right and there's the left. You understand? There's the left hand side. They had to do what the Lord tell them to do. The Lord tell them, hey, you have to do that. Do that. And they, as I said before, they said, the Lord said that they want. They do the work perfect. That's why he call them the Esau.
This is Leviticus 20 verse 23. And ye shall not walk in the manners of nation, which I commit all these things, and therefore I abhor them.
That was a law.
Abhor, that means to regard them now by extreme. Yeah, abhor. Yeah.
So that what they do the opposite of that. They went and do everything that nation do.
If I could say, I was talking about how Esau did perfectly. Remember, since back after the garden, he say if thou doest not well, sin lieth in thee.
Yeah.
Isaiah that we shall be to
Shall be to
them are Satan over them even now. Even now they have that they had it.
That is why when you read I think it's John 6 verse it say you are the father of the devil. Who I feel I was talking about? I was talking about Jake.
But if we could have straight from the womb.
Yeah.
Speaking like as a born, we're not straight. The born doing that.
Because you say you know the father of the devil, but who was the father he was referring to?
See the first murderer, boy? He was the first murderer. You understand? And that already, everything that's done, I'm so perfect, eh? They already company. But you can't hide, can't.
Right. They say for Ezekiel, continuing 31, right? They say for with their mouth they show much love, but their heart going after their covetousness.
So the heart, there's ball. When you think there's ball, my heart. Lord know my heart. You don't really know your heart. You don't really know where your heart is in to wickedness.
Like preacher.
You understand?
Sure.
That is where it is. That one thing, that always my heart. I can't touch. Right through that all here. Always your heart. You cut them now, you bring another scripture for them, you don't know my heart. You bring another something for them, you don't know my heart. That all it is be boiling, the heart. But the heart wicked.
a higher scripture on that one. But the one you like to bring on. Jeremiah 11 verse 8. It say, yet they obeyed not, nor inclined their ear, but walked every one in the imagination of their evil heart.
Yes, of the what?
Of the evil heart.
Of the evil heart. You understand? That is what the spirit is wickedness upon wickedness. So when they say the heart, they know it's because they want to continue in the wickedness that they're doing. So when they bother the Lord know my heart, yes, the Lord know your heart. The Lord know all of your heart, but you wicked. You understand? So your heart.
So they say not to say, you know the kids and they say not to say that,
You just
no, I good eyes more good.
Well, that's the thing. They rather be seen of men than think of the Lord, because the reason why they boil their heart is because there's one time man think of them in a good way now, you know? Yes, yeah, but you know what? I shouldn't judge you. And that's it. The next idiot who listen to the conversation will say, yeah, but you talk about the Lord in your heart, I shouldn't judge you now. That is the next idiot go ball. You know? Go back in Ezekiel.
Ezekiel 33, from the verse 32. It say, and lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that had a pleasant voice.
Yeah, the one of our pleasant voice is singing sweet. The best Aretha Franklin. The best Michael Jackson voice, you know? Soothing. You know?
Well, they say, and can play well on an instrument.
Yeah, well.
They say, for they hear thy words,
Yeah.
but they do them not.
They hear these words by you, do them not. Well,
They say, and when this cometh to pass,
And look,
say, lo, it will come. They say, then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them.
and that is why. That is why you see when the Lord bringing the judgment amongst all these places, they go really say. Plenty of them go and say, hey, yeah, but these men by the corner, right? These men really tell me, these men really say, this is going to happen. Like, these men really say, you know people right now, with the chip going on, you know people right now, just waiting to hear Apostle to hand and break down the ship, they don't chip. Because they didn't believe. You understand? Now that they see the chip coming and taking the bomby, now they these men really say that some guy didn't believe thing, and I said this stupid man in purple tell them about that philosophy.
Barney and them.
It's Christianity.
Barney.
You understand? It's Christianity. But they're so stupid. Our society is stupid, they're so unwise. I thought the stupid, yes? Because the scripture say, when they read the scripture, the scripture say, bless the man and read it. Because when they read, what it say, if you ain't take the mark, you cannot buy or sell. When you read Revelation 14, they say, them that have the mark shall be what? Destroyed. But if you come into Christianity, wasn't majority of the Jakes in Israel right now in Christianity? So all of the Israel going to be destroyed then.
That's serious thing.
Even just to add, because watching a video this morning, I think it was when you brother from South Carolina that put up something and this company ID 2020, I believe it is.
That is the movement. There's two companies. One is Microsoft and somebody
One
else.
is, I think it's one is IDPM or something like that.
And Microsoft.
Yeah.
They're working together to want it.
And what was going on in the video, he was breaking it down now, but he went and searching on the video, breaking it down real nice. I'll send him that video.
Yeah, the brother from South Carolina, from Silver, brother. You see the brother I mentioned before when the woman comes to anybody, you know, my country. You see the brother I was looking at. The brother in his spread. And I think they went out this yesterday night in the snow. That's why it say preaching was in season, out of season.
Yeah, across the right.
And across the board, but I see about when they went on, tick-tock and we had to deal with heat. I mean, we heat different. Sweating, dripping, or we can still bear that. Understand? We can bear that. You know? But that cold is a different kind of judgment. You talking about stroke, you talking about you can get what's called it Nah, not right. It's when your body when one of your limb get too cold, it's get kind of.
I think you get pneumonia also.
Yeah. I can't remember where it's called. It's a good thing, but you can get that. Like if now we go up there and we say we could freeze to that.
And you can get frostbite, pneumonia.
Frostbite.
Frostbite, yeah.
Frostbite, yeah, that cause out him, you know.
Very cool.
Yeah. You know, that is so heavy it is. That's why it said, that's what the preacher preaching with in that season. As usual, I bet you as snow started for heavy, you're not going to see the rest of the camps. Meaning like General Gahan, ISPUK, IUI. So you're not going to see them because they must stop when snow started fall.
The prophecy going on right now. I felt it might see one or two of them out there. The prophecy pushing right now and certain men see it.
I wouldn't see the prophecy now, but how nice the money is. See the money nice, they'll come out. So they know prophecy, because they don't teach prophecy. They must come out here to tell you about the fringes.
But I realized within the camps, so since a lot of them camps up, there are a few of them that graduated.
Yeah, but
A few of them realizing that done shit.
Well, that go back to the Revelation 3, where it say that them that be there that they instead, you know?
Some within them that was righteous.
That was righteous. Well,
This is Matthew chapter 11, verse 17. Say, and I'll start from verse 16. I'll start from 15, right? He said, he that had ears to hear, let them hear. But whereunto shall I liken this generation? It is like unto children sitting in the market and calling unto their fellows, and saying, we have piped unto you, and ye have not danced.
Five is you dance, right? You pass a little scan. You do a moonwalk. You do nothing. 5 days and you dance. You're mad. You're dancing near the school, right?
Say, we have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented.
Yeah, what?
Mourn unto you, and ye have not lamented.
Mourn unto you, and you ain't lamented, right? You hear the sorrows you bringing forth. And you lament, right? Like, yeah, boy. You know? You ain't say, yeah, boy. You ain't do that? But you hear a marshal, they want steps in the road, though. If you hear a marshal fall on stage, oh, God! Marshal, pray! Or pray! One like, one prayer.
Oh, that's all right for.
You know? See that shot fall on stage, and then he breaks your foot. God, that shot, but I pray for that shot.
Wow.
You know? Fuck that strap. Fuck that. You gotta do that strap. Prefer that strap for. She talk about Queen and Bacchanal. You know what Bacchanal go back to? What Bacchanal go back to the Roman? What Bacchus? You understand? We told him about pray for she. Dead. Don't come and pray. Wickedness. And that's the thing. They encourage our wickedness. You know? And they used to look up to. They look up to their strap. She have a big husband, about so much children, but she pose up naked on a couch.
You know what yesterday, I see a video tonight that come and curse now. You know how he's so exploited and she's sexually in her body.
Short pants.
Huh?
Yeah, short pants.
Short pants?
No, I think it was a panty.
You want to see that short?
Nah, the one I see is a panty. You see, and there's the thing.
When you watch how she was when she started out to how she is now.
You see, but that was the true nature. Many people feel she was innocent, but that was who she is. What she showed was she true self. There were plenty of them outside there. Remember, they have an image to portray. You understand? They have an image to portray. Like, alright, like for instance, she followed the thing. Somebody beat you up with some key and take that. Like she father, remember the song she father sing? Watch out my children, you know? You should have sing that to your daughter. Like we shall do. Shall sing that to the granddaughter. Is that your daughter or the granddaughter? The granddaughter?
That thing that you do.
The last daughter was last something like that. You shall sing that to she. Because what he was trying to promote was something like good now, but stay away from that and stay away from cocaine and all these things. But what she do is the opposite. She just come and she come to show. Yeah, she come to tarnish that. No, but it wouldn't be tarnished because at the end of the day, no, people accept that. Back in the days, you should come also now. Yeah, she don't condemn. Like last night reading, Alicia Keys. She's son. She wants his son to wear on a rainbow color. A rainbow color. Huh? Yeah, like his son. She wants his son wear on a rainbow color. A rainbow color, watch or a rainbow color, ban something now, right? And the son tells she, hey, I don't want to wear that because I'm afraid to get judged. He don't want to wear that. You understand? She come and do a whole video explaining. It doesn't matter where you wear, you know, where you do or how you think a man could wear a man could wear a dress. And he already need to tell him that that is who he is. And go on in the comments, so some a man could wear nail polish and things. So people jump up in the comments now. People jump up in the comments now and ball. People jump up now in the comments and ball well. Hey, we talking about a little 4-year child wearing nail polish. You understand? A little 4-year child wearing nail polish. That was never even told to me. And here the idiots, the person who comment that saying, say, hey, she on shit. When we talk about a 4-year-old boy wearing a nail polish and a remote color, if you don't know why, is he right? And here the idiots, comment about now. It's not about what you wear. Each person, let us break down this person get for that rabbi. Let us break down the person called, each person have a feminine and a manly side. What breakdown is that? Yeah. So if a child wants to express himself, he express his feminine side. Yeah.
So what
I was like, what? What breakdown is that? Where come on from? About express yourself.
Even just that hard, you know.
Let it go on and go on.
He's so child. Yeah, you know, Esau man watch his son and wanted. Someone watch his son and wanted.
Like this fella, Dwayne Wade's son. Dwayne Wade is a basketball, right? His son is about 8 years, but he's a total full-blown father. And he come out and pass up and say that I will accept my son. Accept my son, come on, mom. What are you talking about? I don't care about my money. But he had to do that at the end of the day. I mean, and that's the pictures like what people post up and like he don't like it now, but the only reason why he does support it is because if he go against his son, he will lose everything. You understand? They can see some pictures like when you watch his son, like, you know, disgust now, man. He's staying out, you know, it's like his son there behaving like a little faggot, he has quite there, so you know. Yeah, we watching him in the app and we watching him so.
But because of the publicity.
But yeah, no.
Get to take it down.
Get to take it because anytime you see anything negative, that is it. But that is the thing. So if men can bring in music and these things, I want to bring in music like sing and do music videos and flex. And for the truth, saying that's all they're going to bring in men. That's not going they go wear rainbow color bands. I was even showing you, but I was selling that. Say that certain man at that. You see the video now. I was telling them that certain colors that portray certain things. You understand? That is why like purple represents royalty. So a royal will wear purple. That is why the Lord he go wear white because that's something pure. You understand? That way he didn't mention certain things. Certain colors, that way see I don't know the balance with everything you do. You understand? So you wouldn't just wear purple just so. Back in them ancient purple would be royalty. You understand? That's why IYC try to wear purple because even they say they try them as royalty to the Lord. That's why that's always say like, you know, certain things that you don't know in your mind that you're supposed to stay away from. You know? You see, he so play with certain things. Right? That was like they destroy the rainbow. Like no, okay, nothing was wrong with the rainbow before. Because the rainbow was a covenant unto us. You know? But no, I know I ain't expecting our brother to wear a full rainbow color jersey. I think you know what I'm promoting. The rainbow movement. You know what I'm promoting, and majority of times the rainbow color jerseys are print is because they're supporting that. Like somebody asked me what somebody did message me ask me, say boy, we could oh man, I think this man is accepted, man. The girl wanted to buy him that's why the girl wanted to buy him a rainbow color thing now. A rainbow color jersey thing, and he tells she know. If she know, he say you know what others promote. So I wouldn't take part in that. You understand? And die by rights. Because you don't know what that is. So just going back to like what Alicia Keys talked about. Fuck you gonna win a rainbow watch for? You don't know what that is? And she's son is about what, 4, 8 was like that? Telling she, I don't want to wear it because I will get judged. Now wait this?
Just for edification's sake, I think with the rainbow movement, I think one of the colors not in the movement. I think it's 6. You know, rainbow has 7 colors. I think the rainbow movement is just 6 colors. I think somebody was showing me and they was breaking down why they exclude one of the colors. But still, brothers wouldn't wear this rainbow thing because if people, like the first thing people would think. But I think one of the colors actually missing, and they have a reason why they extract that color.
Yeah. I never really taken that part, but I will look it up and try to find it now. You know? I will try to see that.
One to them, that you cannot just decrease.
Yeah, can't. And that was Isaiah 10, eh?
You understand?
You bring it up. No, you want to bring on Isaiah 10. And then the Bible break it down. So that beautiful scripture, you know, mentioned there.
10:1.
10:1, something. That beautiful scripture, you know, mentioned there.
Chapter 10, verse 1.
Yeah.
It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. He said to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless.
And definitely, I say that's what we're talking about the father right. And so you know that they're promoting them fully. You understand? Them trying to be the them is the head right now.
Yeah.
That is the head. So once them is the head, right, you have to go trying to promote and bring it in. Hey, you know, we are take part in it. You understand? We are take part in that. The one we know to be like them. And if I'm stand up for that now, you know what? They make it a law because you know, we abide by laws that we run.
Hey, and hey, that beautiful thing is said because I was saying earlier about when the scripture says to endure, what you enjoying? It doesn't mean join because you go to work or you're home. That is not that I talk. When it's enjoying, talking about enjoying the things you go to for the truth tonight. Yeah, meaning that right, if you stand for the Lord and you stand this and you hold against it, you have to endure what the world bring unto you. Alright, so okay. We're not standing for the gays, the homosexual and so forth. They will come down on us for that.
Exactly.
So we have to endure that what they're going to bring unto us. The scripture says endure to the end. So we're going through what? We'll be going through trials and tribulations right through. Scripture says Acts 4 verse 22 say what? Through much trials and tribulation enter into the kingdom. Yeah, 14 verse 22. You understand? So when you say tribulation, what tribulation you go through? It didn't mean personal thing, you know? It means the thing the world gonna bring onto you. Okay, you have to stand for the Lord. You have to stand for the Lord. If the Lord said this wrong, you have to stand for it. You understand? Okay, so if you're not standing for it, so when they bring the chip, right? When they bring the chip and they tell you you have to take the chip, you won't take it because you're just trying to be wise. No. You gotta stand for what it is, so that way your endurance won't come down. You stand on to the end. That way it comes. It's where you endure for the truth.
No, that's that wisdom.
That was it. That way so that people say.
That real wisdom to because you check it, right? What did you just say, right? Concerning men who sigh and cry. All the abominations that be done in the midst of them. It's not about what they're going through really. Yes, work all is part-time, but it's really concerning the Lord and the people.
Yeah. Because
and when you see concerning the people, really, where you going to get the salvation, right? Where you going to get marked for? If you're doing good in your work, you work in your work, no, it's for going through the Lord.
Like
for what?
You mentioned, them not sign and cry for the abomination, right?
Yeah.
Look at the right there, the cut right there for the abomination.
That was sign and crying for.
That was sign and crying for the abomination that taking place.
Exactly.
That
according to the scriptures. It's according to the scriptures.
So, can't. Like, how you know what is abomination? Through the scriptures.
Exactly. It's really about this, nothing to do with the world. Wherever he put he can put we now next planet, it's not to do with that as I point out, we going through for he, but what he would say. You understand? That is the thing.
Present the body.
Living sacrifice.
That means what? The refrain from these worldly things. Certain things.
Like the
abomination.
like when I said it had some brothers was teaching, and I think I gave parade pass in front of them, and they want to push up themselves for the thing, amen, and thing now by the brothers, just the whole. So the bang, so the push one time. So that thing one time. You understand? I come one time.
Even just a hard foot, because I was watching a video with I can't remember which camp it was. And I hear a couple come up to them. Right? And basically was going on, they pull out the phone and they was up in the bread and face and troubling them now, boy. Yeah. And
yeah. Just say, well, you understand?
But what went on is that when the police came, right, they tried to take you out right now, but they end up getting
locked up inside, yeah. And that is just where the Lord would done. Okay, any idea, endurance is what they endure for your version.
Exactly.
Your personal, why is that you?
What
but it's why you endure for the Lord. That why it say them back and cry for abomination.
Yeah, can.
What's the next one up that it say seeing the picture out about seeing vex with a righteous man's soul.
Seeing oh yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, that picture. We mentioned that. So when you say you see anything that happen here, you feel it, what I mean? I mean, what you going to know? Wait to see seeing going on in the place.
Well, going against the Lord.
Yeah, going against the Lord.
I always said friendship of the world is enmity the Most High.
Can I see it? Or we come back to
it? So it's really the Lord now, but you're crying for the abominations of whether we're against the Lord. And what David say, you understand? He hate them that hate him. You understand? Now they have a perfect hatred. You understand? It's not about, we are not going to establish here. It's what I'm going against the Lord, that will be saying I'm crying for the things that we're not against the Lord.
Even just the hard when you watch Mattathias, the father of Judas Maccabus, the man was going up to sacrifice swine on the altar.
Yeah.
Right? He was enraged. He ran up there and he slew the man.
One time.
Come. Bring up the 7 on the Isaiah 14.
It's Isaiah 48 verse 1. Hear ye this, O house of Jacob, which are called by the name of Israel, and are come forth out of the waters of Judah.
So you know, hey, I see them as Jakes. We not denying that. Good.
Which swear by the name of the Lord and make mention of the power of Israel, but not in truth nor in righteousness.
Right. They're not really doing it. They're not sincere. They're really not good. Brother was saying that earlier on. Yeah, more.
It's past 15 now, here. Where you be teaching and things?
Yeah, well, you know, we bring a heritage and all the bunk, and you see all the lies was taught when we grew up. I was so small, grew up in the tradition of men.
Right.
You understand? Yeah. We are accustomed to Christmas, something time, carnival. We against that. And already we against that, but the scriptures are against that.
Right,
and the teaching the church and the church promoting that.
Right.
You understand? Because the church want to be accepted of men now, boy.
Right.
And the scriptures not saying that.
Right.
You understand? So we follow the law, we show you, hey, he's a heritage, he's not no children, and that's what we just taught. You understand? He's an Israelite. And it's not that saying he's an Israelite, he's an Israelite, that's the, he's an Israelite and I good, but it's bringing back country law, the law, statutes, and commandments.
Yeah.
Do these things when you're bad day.
Yeah.
You understand? That's one of the commandments also, but don't teach any churches, because you can see who's here at the churches, the pastors,
yeah.
and how them must be well shapen. You understand all these things? Now, we're not saying the Lord wants to save you, but if it's just serving the Lord, then do what the Lord say.
You're right.
You understand? Exactly. So we just saying out of that stuff and promote the lies, so we care back up to the identity. You understand? Because, hey, all these things are happening is because the Lord don't prophesy these things, you know. You understand? All these things have to happen. Well, we hear now, if it's salvation, who's saving you? A man can't save himself already and truly. So this is your salvation. You understand why you have to know? You have to turn back to the Lord and turn away from these systematical things. You understand?
Who's salvation for?
Yeah, you can.
And even just to add to that, about the things that they have to do, what you have to really turn your They are talking about God. In your mind, what? Through the word.
Yeah,
Through the word.
Yeah,
Through the word.
Right.
And we out there to prophesy because there are a lot of prophecies that play off worldwide.
Right,
that
right.
Churches
don't tell them, yeah, can't exactly. They don't tell
Them
people.
hiding.
Yeah. And remember, the under is like, when you go to a job, right, anytime your do's and your don'ts. So same with the churches now, they under 501 chapter, where they exempt them from tax for them, for them not to really get the tax. Right? Certain things they can't talk about. So like an agreement, like a contract, then right, or they'll get free land, or they'll get all of this, that, but or they can't talk about certain things. You understand? So when you go in church, we just go in church time to time. I'm saying, not me, but I'm saying, you know, some people who really read the Bible, they go jump in our church, don't go, I'm a friend of fight, no, go and work back. When you go here, any church you go, sow a seed, you will hear about love speech, you will hear about feel good things. You understand? But what you really learning, what the teaching really, what happening, you know, hear them talking about already. This is what happened, they say, boy, the Lord coming there, the Lord coming there, but they didn't tell you how to escape that. The scriptures tell you how to escape it by His words. You understand?
And I see what difference with the 12 tribes now.
Yeah, well, these people are. The same Israelites in the Bible talking about salvation for. But let's tell you that, you know what? Hey, these men, these people here, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, tell these Negroes, West Indians, Haitians, because we scattered over slavery, Christopher Columbus, right? We scattered all over the world.
Okay.
Yeah.
You believe in the Bible?
Yeah.
But this, like, this, no, if you're talking to you, you can take it out, you know? These people here, like in the churches, they wouldn't teach you that these are the chosen people.
Right.
They wouldn't tell you that, they would tell you everybody go and get saved. But then, when you read the scriptures mention heathens. So, who's the heathens? And then they tell you about the unrighteous, they tell you about the wicked. So, if they're teaching everybody go and get saved, so then who? So then who go and get destroyed?
So,
you know?
I can ask a question concerning the 12 tribes,
Go ahead.
If you go in any Bible, the 12 tribes represent that these 12 are in 144.
Yeah. Revelation 7.
Right? That represent these 12 are 144. So I ask the next question, there's any part in the Bible ever mentioned, well, I'll not give a number, but there's any part of the Bible ever mentioned that dead people came back from alive from the grave? Dead people.
We're talking about regeneration and spirit come back.
No, not that. I'm talking about people who that was died and came back.
That's the time when the Messiah died, people were resurrected.
It didn't give no number, right? I have a virgin, we are reading with right? And it didn't give no number, but correct me if I'm wrong right again. When Christ came, come back, and he on the mountain, and he came with a number, he was with a number, written in Revelation chapter 14.
Right?
Like the second coming. Let me ask you a question, and we reasoning, right? The coming that Christ coming here, is it the first coming?
Is it?
First coming.
When he come back here?
When he coming back
No.
here.
It wouldn't be first coming.
Right, it wouldn't be first coming, right? Would it be first restoration or second restoration? Resurrection. Forgive me, my title. Yeah. Would it be first or second?
First would have been when he died first. Understand?
No, not with people, I'm talking with people. Like, yeah, but really.
Yeah, the dead, you mean the dead will be resurrected?
Yeah, would it be first or second?
Well, you know what, this, what do you mean when he come back here?
Yeah.
If the dead that being resurrected with him?
Would it be called first or second?
Well, that would be the first, because that would be the first time going come back with the dead.
With the people coming back to where they dead.
It will be classed as in you're talking about when he come back the second time.
Yeah.
It will be classed as the second coming.
Yes,
So when the Son of Man returns.
Right.
When the Son
Are
of
you
Man
talking about
returns.
the dead? Them by that dead? Dead itself.
No, because if we could, okay, what I'm trying to say, as I say in Revelation chapter 14, it gave a number who was with Christ.
Right?
Yeah, but here Revelation chapter 14 and we go on the mountain, right?
Yeah.
And steady lamb it was 144,000
Right.
and those are
Right.
who that when Christ appear would be with Christ.
Yes.
Right? Now, okay. Now what I'm trying to ask you, if so okay, we don't know that these people was taken from here then.
Yeah.
You see when he said many graves was open and they were seen by many, but they
Right.
didn't give a name who was seen by whoever, right? But they were seen by many. And we call that them was not the first resurrection to see take place.
Like coming back from the grave. Yeah,
That was
them
class the first.
them that coming back with him, like
No.
from the dead they're talking about.
Right.
That would be the first. But
Right.
you see, you don't understand this. Certain scriptures that mention the dead.
Right.
It didn't mean literally dead enough. It just means
that.
dead. It just means dead to the word.
Right.
You understand? So
Right.
certain scriptures where you might see the dead, it would be them that are actually dead in the spirit, meaning that they don't have the word. To prove that, prove that, give me 1 Peter 4 verse 6. So to prove that fact. But if you're talking about the resurrection coming back from the
But
dead,
that was talking about the
yeah,
resurrection.
that would be their first.
Them would be them first,
Because remember,
right?
they would die, but they will be them that will go back to Thessalonians as well.
Right.
Them that die in the Lord shall
Right.
come back with him.
Right.
That would be their first coming back with him.
That them is the, as I said, the
come with it, yeah, right.
144 is the first fruit.
Yeah, correct, that's right. That is
Right?
first,
I'll say that true,
yeah,
right?
they was chosen from since the beginning of time.
Beginning of time. So, okay. You want to read it?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
1 Peter chapter 4 verse 6. He said, for this cause was the gospel preached also to them that are dead.
So would you go and preach? Would you go to a grave and preach unto them
No.
that are dead? No. So what this was saying here,
Right.
for the gospel preach unto them that are dead.
Right.
Oh, they are dead. They're dead spiritually to the word.
Right. I understand that. That's a fair
Let's finish
statement.
it.
That they might be judged according to men in the flesh.
So they would be
Judged
judged,
according to men in the flesh.
right? According to who?
Men in the flesh.
So that scripture goes many ways. Like people say you can't judge, but the scripture saying you could judge.
Fair enough.
From men in the
I
flesh.
believe so,
But
yeah,
we touching on the
in
topic with the dead. That was say when the scripture mentioned dead here, they mean literally dead, like
I
in the grave.
understand that.
This dead means spiritually dead, right?
But,
Say,
Right, so now that is it.
but that dead, what we talking about, the different thing what I'm speaking
Yeah,
of,
the one you're speaking of, yeah.
Right?
The 144,000.
Right.
Right.
Which is the first fruit.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So, if you tell a man now, we talking, right? If you tell a man now, these guys were the first fruit, which I believe, right?
Yeah.
And these guys is the first resurrection that took place. That was the first resurrection that ever took place. Resurrection.
Remember that coming, that first resurrection that they're talking about coming back with the Lord, that will be the first time he coming back with the 144,000.
Okay, may I ask you something? Do you believe that in the books, when he say in the books was open, the 2 books was open in Revelation after going on?
Yeah.
With judgment.
Yeah.
And the 2 books was open and whatever, right? That was classed as what? The first or the second?
The 2 books?
Sorry, that's it.
Yeah.
Anyone all of this game?
That's all.
Yeah. Talk about the book of life.
Well, when 2 books was open and those who was not in the book of life was, whatever, and they talk about it. Yeah. I think it's Revelation chapter 21, you can read from.
I think it's 20.
Now when the piece concerning me talking about concerning dead now, right?
Yeah.
That's what the piece of faith is Ezekiel 37 and verse Ezekiel 37 and verse 1. Talking about you know what I mean? It's all different between physical and spiritual now. This is Ezekiel 37 and verse 1. He said, and the hand of the Lord was upon me and carried me in the spirit of Yahweh and set me down in the midst of the valley which was full of bones. Right? Valley was full of bones. And I see a bones, they think about what?
No, I know you you're talking about it, that's we check my pause and start to read. Go ahead.
So but when I talk about bones, they think about dead. They think when I see bones, right?
Right.
He said full of bones and caused me to pass around by them, around about them. And behold, there were very many in the open valley. Lo, they were very dry.
Right.
And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And he answered, O Lord God, thou knowest, again he said unto me, prophesy unto these bones. When you're talking about prophesy unto these bones, you're talking about dead, like literally. Like somebody who in the grave now. He was talking about the state of mind, the spiritual.
The spiritual alive, but the spiritually dead.
No, the Revelation 20 verse 12 we're talking about, right? Read it for him and see if it's that one you're talking about.
He said, and I saw the dead, small and great. Right? Revelation 12. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before God, and the books were opened, and another book was opened, which is the book of life.
Right.
And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books according to their works. Right?
Right. What we call that? The second?
For who? Dead?
This time when the heaven come and box open and the kingdom, right? We talking about this will be second.
That will be the last.
I understand it will be last.
No, I trying to figure out this thing. Who are you talking about? The dead?
Talking about for everybody.
Yeah.
Yes, when the Lord comes. Would it be second?
If it's the second coming?
Not second coming, but would it be second resurrection that would take place?
No, that was saying, you talking about, that way get mixed up with, because if you're talking about they coming back with the Lord,
right,
that would be the first coming up with the Lord, because they would, that the first one they would be coming back with the Lord.
Forget them, because once we forget them don't be in the present time, Lord. Correct?
Right.
So we're talking about when he come now, and he call all who is for him, and just to say, God forbid we rest in, right? And we wake up now. Right? What you would call that? Would you call it the first, or would you call it the second?
I can say something.
He said them or say he.
Let me say something, right?
Okay, when
you say he, we talking about the Messiah.
Them or say he.
So you're talking about that's what I'm say something, right? The first resurrection was when the Messiah died, right?
Right.
When he comes, he wouldn't be dead. He wouldn't be dead.
No.
He'll be what? Living.
Right.
It wouldn't be out of it. It wouldn't be a second resurrection then.
So then the people who die in Christ,
it will just be his second coming.
It will just be
now,
his
it will be the Messiah's second coming.
His second coming, not his second resurrection.
So you're not going to deal with no death?
Huh?
You're not going to deal with no death?
Right.
Yeah, you mean,
the dead will rise in him, right?
Right.
Meaning that they who dead, serve the Lord.
So like if I want to make
Yes,
because the way you say the mortality,
right.
I don't understand that part.
Right.
Because when the mortal body turn immortality, it have no death day.
Right.
So it have no to say resurrection.
Right. So okay, you are saying we dealing with the 144,000, right? Those we are saying those were sleeping before, right? At the time Christ was leaving, they was raised. They were seen by many, right? Them left with Christ, right? Them left with him then, right? He coming back now. When he come back now, he coming back as he said with judges and rulers. Correct me if I right or wrong. Right? Right. Bam, them come. And them going and them gonna have judging to do.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true.
At that point of time, will the two books be open?
The books open.
One of the books I'm talking about is the understanding. You see all these people here who in darkness right now, when the Lord return, they're going to understand what they need to understand. Like they talk about in Revelation, when they say, right, they still talk about they that see him, that pierced him.
Right.
You understand? I see, and they will know where as his presence.
And when Christ talk about, he talk about many things, right? When Christ talk about and he say, when I was hungry, you didn't feed me. When I was thirsty, you didn't give me nothing to drink, right? Precisely, but in that parable is for all our we time. Because, thank you.
But Silaki, I can say something. That when you say, when I was hungry,
right.
You fed me.
Right.
What it really means?
No, I believe it means he's grudging because Christ gave you a perfect example how to live.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There's no other perfect man than was he, right? He gave you a perfect example how to live. So I believe it's to show you that it's how he moves with people.
No, and even when he say it's literally that.
Right.
Now, a parable is a hidden saying. When he talking about, he say, if you love me, feed my sheep. So when he talking about when I was hungry, you fed me, is because he's speaking about the people that was needed to be fed. but it wasn't a literal fed. A physical was a spiritual. This food, this food here is a spiritual food.
Right.
So that's why he said, when I was hungry, you fed me. So which meaning the prophets and the Lord now, when the people needed the knowledge, they gave to them the knowledge. And that is what it is.
When they say the feed, the scripture say what? Man shall not live by bread alone.
Right,
Every word that you
understand.
say. So when you're being fed, you're being fed by word.
I'm not disagreeing with that. Because I know.
It also goes back to actually that help not your brother. The scriptures say what you have done unto these people, what you have done unto me.
Right, I understand that.
And that's an example. That's when the multitude was following the Messiah. The Messiah said, you seek me not because of the miracles, you seek me because I fed you. So they wanted the physical bread. But then the Messiah said, well, you don't labor for the heavenly bread now, but this is good. This is the fed.
Because every time he spoke, every time Yahweh spoke, he was speaking not just to everybody. That speech was only being directed to the elect. Because only the elect will understand it. Why you think he say all you only following me? Because I gave you all the food.
Because
no, that was literal and physical.
Right.
You understand?
Because he talked to, when he speak, he talking to amongst everybody. But certain doctrine some will take and certain some will understand.
And not certain, only the elect will understand.
Right. That was saying,
only the elect.
Okay, some and some now.
Yeah.
Who will know what Christ saying and then who will get baffled.
So that's why the parable say when when I was in jail, some things I got when I was in the same thing was saying at the parable. So that was the parable that was saying to the wicked servant, because the Most High sent out servants too. The prophet servant. So it was already pertaining to the servants who wasn't doing nothing for the Lord. Nothing, hiding in talent now. You know, the men who don't want to come out here and do this.
It comes straight back to like what we were talking about earlier. We mentioned the dead. Say when we tell you that all you would bring back the dead. It's through the word.
Right, I understand that. But I believe that's why I'm talking about that. Okay, I see what I deal with the 12 tribes, right? Basically, what coming to my head that I don't know. I know it has some people that believe that God only coming to save to, as Big Brother said, who is Israel. Oh, that is it? Israel?
Oh, so you can.
Oh, Israel.
Only Israel.
But you see, but you see, I understand where you're going with.
And then, as you say, okay, it has some people also believe that when God comes, it has no more Israel, because then people don't see. Everybody else, right? Yeah, everybody else is going to be saved. Have to really, the following Christ, also have to follow these guys, prophets, the judges and the rulers. Okay, like mom. Understand what I'm saying? Yeah, because I believe everybody else is Gentile.
No, but you see, you don't understand what the word Gentiles means.
I understand. The reason why I say I understand. But they talk about in Revelation, those who were dipped in the blood of the Lamb, right? Who was washed, them different from these guys. It's about two type of people.
You see, just like what you're saying, yeah, right, with the Revelation, right?
Yeah.
As I say, we reason, right?
We reason, brother.
Yeah. And let's say you have mentioned the 144.
The 144.
But the 144 is the elect, the same judges on them, right?
Yeah.
What about the rest of the wanted? Because wanted coming for. Wanted will be saved.
The multitude that no man could number.
Yeah.
That's why you want that.
That way, we want to know about it.
No, I don't want to know about that now.
No, because
nah, I go through. Picture and chart, right?
Yeah,
a circle chart here. This picture a circle chart.
Yeah.
You have 3/3. You have 3/3. Right? Yeah. You have 3/3. So you have Imam. Let me see your pen out. Imam, nah, Imam page. Imam page.
A page, this book here.
Now don't worry, I will mark it right here. Alright. So read Zechariah.
Alright, so this Zechariah 13 verse 8.
No,
right?
you remember this. Now, before we go into anything else, I know somebody coming from, but certain things they touch on it deep. Now, you got to understand another this first. When you go into the scriptures, they talk about Israel alone being saved. You gotta get in your head one time.
5 verse 31.
Here what I know about when it comes to Israel being safe alone. I know that the Old Testament, should I put it, I'm putting this in my tongue, right? The Old Testament, talk about certain type of guys who did certain things for God.
Right. We talk about the Levites and so forth.
And
the
it
Levites
also,
was the priests unto the Lord. Right.
And it also talk about from the days with Jacob, God makes certain promise.
Jacob, Isaac.
Right. God makes certain promise, right? And Christ revealed that it was fulfilled. Everything was fulfilled.
Correct.
Right? So God fulfilled the promise that these guys will be whatever, these guys with him and thing, right?
Yeah.
I just talking about the great multitude
that is in Revelation 7 verse 6.
Right. No, I understand. Or it's saying that it is a root from Israel.
Yeah.
Or
it's Israel.
Isaiah 8:20.
Now to go, matter of fact, this will be fighting hard. Bring on the Revelation 7. I think it's 7. It is 7 verse 9. Bring on that from the first. So we'll see what you're talking about.
I just want to ask one thing.
Yeah.
Now, what we talking about here?
Yeah.
It's not even physical. So don't even watch it as just a man's face and a man color and a man
No.
Because when you tell Jeremiah from in the beginning, he said, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee.
Yeah.
So everything right now is dealing with spirits. Spirits are reincarnated. So the 144,000 who was with Yahweh in the beginning, I don't know if you'll understand, but they are the same ones that will come back to the end. So we don't know ourselves by face, but he knows the spirit.
Okay, that's not what you say.
Let me deal with one thing first. So here we go. Let me deal with one thing first. We deal with the great multitude first.
I want to ask you something based on what you just said. You said something about fulfilling something. That's how it is. Wait, you say when he come and he could fulfill.
When Christ, when he was here and he fulfilled?
Right. When he fulfilled exactly?
Well, I believe he fulfilled the promise that he was talking about his forefathers, our forefathers, which was Abraham, Jacob.
We say he come to fulfill the things that are written of him.
Right, and everything that was written of Christ from the beginning was the word, which was representing Christ from the works what he tells you to do. The whole Bible is written of Christ. From the beginning to here.
Bible is saying spiritual.
Right.
But in terms of what you referring to, like what you feel he fulfilled by doing that, like because he says something about these people don't see you. I want to make sure you don't tie you.
Right, I understand. When I mean he fulfilled, right? Okay, he make sure these people have a staff. Right? And you also now give a other gateway for a great multitude.
And that is the Gentiles you're talking about.
Right. So that is where
I say so, yes.
Right, well, we see you understand exactly.
So right there we going to touch upon. We touch on nothing else. Touch upon a great multitude, right? Right. We touch on nothing else, but don't mention nothing more reincarnation, nothing. We dealing with that alone. So bring out that first
Revelation, Revelation 7 verse 9. It says, after this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands.
So that we are talking about, right? Talking about the great multitude there. Right?
No, not just talking about them, no. Or I say that them is these people, but beyond them.
Yeah, it's these people.
Right.
But you remember this, 144,000, they are of Israel. And the great multitude, they as well are of Israel. You remember this, the 144,000 is a number I give you, it's an order with the Lord. The 144,000, they is the judges. They're chosen from the great multitude, from the multitude. These men are actually chosen to be of the 144,000. They have a different sect. Now to explain that to you, give me the Zechariah.
So you tell me we have a nation at the favorite circle.
But I'm not going to say it.
We have 144 out of these.
No. Hold on. That's where again wrong. These 144,000, they doesn't pick out like they say they come out from the circle. No. When you draw the circle, right? Let me just say you come so, they go so, and they go so, right? You have like 3/3.
Right.
So read the scripture now.
Oh, I don't understand why you're telling me what make up the 144.
No. Listen to this. This is Israel. This circle here.
Right.
This circle here. This circle here is Israel. So go ahead.
Okay. Zechariah 13:8, right?
So this whole circle here now, the whole circle is Israel. Right?
Right.
Picture the whole circle is Israel. So that is a countless number of Israelites. Right? Now, let me bring this first one. I ain't want to shoot from it.
Zechariah 13:8, right?
Yeah.
And it shall come to pass that in all the land, said the Lord,
right,
2 parts therein shall be cut off and
so
die.
all the land, 2 parts shall be cut off. So this here, these 2 parts, you will call it 2/3. They must go in and get destroyed. Right?
That book talks about the land like a physical land.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Right? Go ahead.
He said, shall be cut off and die, but the 3rd shall be left therein.
So these 2/3 cut off and die, right? But this 3rd here remain. They shall do what?
He said they shall be left therein.
So they shall be left therein. So this is the 1/3. This is who going and get saved.
Good.
But that 1/3, that 1/3 include the 144,000.
Within that.
Within that 1/3, they end that the 144,000, they end that 1/3. They come out of that 1/3, but they end that number, meaning that they end that 1/3 there. You can't say the 144,000 here by themselves. No, they end the circle as well. They end the 1/3, but these out of the 1/3, these 144,000 men, that is the Lord chosen. That's a special sect of the Lord.
It come like if this year is 200,000 people.
Like you have a company, like you have a company and you have managers.
That's what I asked for your question, right? Saying it like that, right? What is the difference between the 144,000 than those who get dip in the blood of the lamb? What is the difference? Are those who are virgin, or the same 144,000, right? Than those that Christ gave a gift with. No, Christ say a difference. He tell you the reason why he separate them. Even as I say, we call them one. So we saying it's one. But a separating, as the brother was saying, a separating these groups. These numbers are taking them before.
144 and the rest.
Yeah.
The 144 was given to him by the Heavenly Father himself.
Was given him by.
And the difference
when he reads John the 17th chapter.
Surah 17 talk about that as well. Surah 17 verse 10 telling them only the elect shall praise his holy name.
Right.
The 1/3, although they will be saved, the 144,000, they would do more for the Lord. They would actually serve the Lord.
So make my
they was ordained to do that.
Like I said, that's not like a company, they come like the managers and supervisors.
So make my question.
Like when the Messiah come back, he talk about a multitude was following him, but he chose 12. He chose 12.
Right.
Because that was a chosen, that day was his special men. Like in the army, the queen.
I understand what you're saying, yeah.
Because we tape into
whoever,
you know, watch and so forth. Like in the army, you will have different sects of the army, man. You will have sergeants, so forth and so on.
Right.
But the queen is a high-ranking person, you go, right? She would never have the army men there.
Right.
They would go in the army and they would choose out but the best men to protect you. So that is where it comes with these 144,000.
I understand that, my brother.
Right.
But what?
This is 2 Timothy chapter 2 verse 19. He said, nevertheless, the foundation of the Most High standeth sure, having this seal, the Most High knoweth them that are his.
Right.
And let everyone that name Yahweh Mashiach depart from iniquity. So that is different, the seal, the knowledge.
But when Christ said that, you know, everyone is human from the foundation of the world, right?
Yeah,
and he's talking about everything. When I say everything, I'm talking about from, I know who will be mine after judgment then. You're talking about that type of people, right?
Right. I know if it's that trying to say that other than Israel, right? You feel that Christ make a gateway to the other people. How you trying to say?
Yeah, the reason why I'm saying that, right? Okay.
Right, so it's nothing to do with what
No, you see,
that's right.
Remember the first question he asked for was the 144.
Yeah, because okay, may I say something? Do I believe that the 144 is on earth? Yeah. Do I believe them on earth? Alright then. Give me in scripture why I say that. Anyone who can look for the scripture and give me why I believe that the 144
then Revelation 7.
Revelation 7.
Huh? No, okay, Mark, there's something again.
Revelation 7.
I know that, but Mark, there's something.
Somebody got Baruch 4.
Because even the scripture say,
okay.
in the scripture then I'll talk about the one being sealed now.
Yeah.
See the last be sealed, then the Most High will actually send out his judgment now.
Right. Now remember, Revelation is a back and forth. Revelation is not just like we reading.
Yeah, Revelation. We know we read Revelation. We need to reveal.
I'm sorry, I don't have a script here.
Majority of things in Revelation is about the end. Majority of the things in Revelation is about the end. It hardly have things in Revelation.
It has certain things in Revelation. Kind of put in
okay, you don't understand this. The word revelation means to reveal, right?
Yeah.
That is to reveal something that's going to happen.
Right.
So when John was at the island of Patmos and the angel come unto him and he was telling the secrets of those things to come. You understand?
Yeah.
It has certain things that might have passed you see certain revelation, like that same Revelation 20 you talk about they talk about the dragon in the earlier that they would dominate for 1,000 years. Would you understand that?
No, you talk about the dragon getting born for 1,000 years.
Yeah, that you want after. You also said that the dragon would be loose from the chains.
After 1,000 years, for a little season. Right, Revelation 20,
right. And it also, no, you remember this. That when you're reading that scripture, when you read from Revelation 1 to verse 4, I believe, you gotta stop. I think you gotta stop right there. And from 5 going down, it's a different thing by itself. The scripture. If somebody give me that in Isaiah 28, you don't understand how the scripture is written, and you don't understand how some of the prophecies play out.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So you saying like majority of the revelation ain't happened yet.
No, and here what I'm saying. Don't put words in my mouth. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying with Revelation, I believe because we have Daniel. Daniel get written about we time too. Correct me if I'm wrong. Daniel give you plainly what is we time with wars and whatever. Revelation, as you're saying, is a spiritual thing. Plenty things. It talk about what happening on earth, they give you a spiritual wise. Right? Right? What I'm saying now, Revelation is only has certain things coming down to the end. Revelation give us about our future. If peace was done in Christ's days, should I put it in because what John say when they ask him, the Antichrist done start to roam. Then done start to build, Satan had done start to build the foundation for me.
Where's the question on the ask? The word Antichrist, what does it mean?
No, that's my question I want. Because anybody can be Antichrist.
To make sure you understand. Now the word Antichrist just meaning against Christ, and there are many.
Right, but we have, as we know, we have one who is really against the Most High, really against children.
No. Don't have one. It's talk about many, so there are many antichrists.
Right. That's why I know. Right. That's why I know.
The son of perdition is still many.
I understand
that son of perdition.
Let me ask you something. Is Lucifer many? Or Lucifer one person?
You know what Lucifer means?
Yeah. No, because Lucifer is the dragon is Lucifer. No. Okay, just no. When the dragon was cast out, I hear they saying something.
What is the dragon?
The dragon is Lucifer.
What is the meaning of Lucifer?
Lucifer is the name that Lucifer had in heaven. Correct me if I'm wrong or right. When he talk about the old Lucifer, how he was created in it, and he walk amongst the gods in the garden.
Hold on. I'm going to show you something, No,
what I'm saying, I could find it for in the Bible. I don't the Bible don't talk in the Bible.
That's why hold on. We deal with Revelation. We talk about the multitude first.
We talk the thing we know about.
No, now you're going to. Let's go to the multitude because if you go to jump on that, you don't lose already.
No.
And we can tell you that. Here what we say. The beast different from Lucifer.
No, I didn't call it beast. I didn't say beast.
Lucifer, the dragon as well. The dragon
is beast. Let me ask you something. Listen to what I'm saying. Correct me if I'm wrong or right. Did not the dragon get kicked out from heaven?
No.
What dragon?
He said it was cast out from heaven.
What heaven
was talking about? What heaven was talking about?
Exactly.
Right. Okay.
And that's now when they say the beast was cast out of heaven, meaning cast out of rulership.
The dragon.
The dragon cast out of rulership.
It didn't mean.
He allowed the authority.
The Lord didn't pull out that sword and fight with that literal dragon.
I know that, my
but
brother.
The dragon go back to a rulership.
Listen, I know that. Even God mentioned man as trees, you know, really literally talk about trees. Right? You reason why? Okay.
Every scripture said that the dragon was cast out of heaven, right? And he now said that the dragon was
the serpent?
No, was a rulership. So then our rulership could get kicked out from heaven.
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, alright. There we go with the Bible, right?
Yeah.
Lucifer. Did Lucifer have authority? Over, should I say, over a certain? Okay, you forget Lucifer because we say he kicked out, right? Michael or Gabriel, do they have authority?
They have a work to do for the Lord.
Right.
Meaning, you would say Michael, the scripture mentioned Michael will fight with us.
Right.
Right? But wait.
Right.
Say Gabriel was a messenger.
Right.
That is the thing you gotta get with the Lord.
Right.
The Lord controls everything. So,
right.
But wait, this good.
Right.
I listen to this good. I don't want you jump to any more precepts because just dealing with Lucifer alone is something deep.
Right.
And we could go to the Lucifer chapter film. But the reason why I don't want to jump there, because I asked I want to jump back to one thing first.
Yeah.
Because I had to do one thing first. We jumped to the dragon and the beast. You still
no, I don't say all of that is one person, eh?
No.
That's what I say.
No, and that is what we're telling you. No, it's not the dragon. It's not one person.
The dragon is not Lucifer, that's what I telling me.
No. You're talking about the dragon itself.
Yes.
It consists of different nations. You understand? So that's no, we are going to history with you. We are going to history with you.
History, talking about Bible, right?
We're talking about Bible and literal things.
Right.
Because the Bible goes hand in hand with secular history.
Okay then.
No, that's all. Now I will understand this first before we go any further. Give me Hebrews 5, start from chapter 12. Before we go deep into any scripture, you have to understand this first. Because Lucifer and the dragon, that's a deep topic. That's a deep topic.
There's plenty of people thinking
Lucifer
was in heaven
and he fight with the Lord.
And he fight against the Lord.
That never happens.
That never happens.
No, that never happens.
find any scripture.
You will never find any scripture.
Okay, so
right? So hold on, because they say before we go,
because I believe I could get that statement where I say in the Bible.
Yeah, where you find it?
No, and there's the problem. I can just tell him something. You can find the statement, but do you really understand what it says?
My brother.
The thing is, he still wouldn't find that statement.
Now I say,
and I will honest, before we continue,
Hebrews 5:12.
That's a hold on. Give me Isaiah 1 verse 18 and give me Isaiah 41 verse 21.
Isaiah 1 verse 18.
Yeah.
Fast, right?
Yeah.
Isaiah 1 18. Come now.
Yeah.
Open the page.
Yeah, go ahead.
Come now and let us reason
so
together.
That's what we say. We say, come now, let us reason together.
Come, let us reason together.
Right? So we're reasoning here now. Right? Isaiah 41 verse 21.
Said the Lord.
So we come to reason, so we go reason here now. Go ahead.
Isaiah 41:21. Say, produce your cause, said the Lord.
So it say here now, it say produce your cause, said the Lord. So I will understand this. Everything we go and tell you, we going to bring out from the scripture. Right? We're not dealing with the only thing we go deal with word is if we're going to expound, to explain the scripture fair.
Yeah, what I want you to do for me, that's not my Lord. Here what I want you to do for me, right? I want you to find in the scripture that Lucifer and the dragon is not one.
Well, we can get fair.
Right, okay.
No,
finish one thing and then go to
you want to jump to something, but I want to finish it first.
Produce your cause, said the Lord, bring forth your strong reasons, said the King of Jacob. Let them bring them forth and show us.
So bring forth the strong cause. So that will tell you when you say Lucifer and the dragon is the same beast, bring forth the cause. Right? So when you saying something, that's all. When you saying something, bring forth the cause.
Opening.
Yeah, but that what the brother gave it for. So you bring for the cause, right? So that's a hold on. Give me the Hebrews 5.
Alright, Revelation chapter 12. We could go from there first.
That's a hold on. Give me the Hebrews 5.
This is Hebrews 5:12, right?
Yeah.
We say here, for the time they ought to be teachers, you have need that one teach you again, which will be the first principles of the oracles of Yahweh.
So when to be a teacher, same way we are also be taught. Same way we teach now, we are also be taught.
Right.
And I become such as have need of milk.
So of what?
And I become
need
such as have need of milk.
So when it say need of milk, meaning that he is a babe to the truth.
I understand that.
Certain things that like how we telling you the beast.
You talk about milk, you talk about meat. I
So
understand
right now we
your
are dealing
doctrine,
with milk
brother.
with you first. To jump the meat, you gotta understand the milk first.
You now tell me just now, you now tell me the doctrine that I'm speaking, get in the Bible to show you, right?
Right, but that is why I bring on this scriptures first. Before we go into the reason,
Right.
I needed to understand that first.
I understand
When the
what
Lord
you're
said,
saying,
when the
my
Lord
brother.
said deal with milk, meaning that's why. When the Lord said deal with milk, He means to start with the milk scriptures, meaning that so you would understand the meat from a child. When they born from, when they born as a child, you wouldn't jump, they wouldn't just give him meat one time. The milk now is to build up your bones and to strengthen you.
No.
Then when they strengthen you jump to the meat.
I think, okay. Yeah, go ahead.
That's the back of me, right?
Yeah.
Say 1 Corinthians 3. 1 Corinthians 3 verse 1, right?
Yeah.
Say, and I, brethren, cannot speak unto you as unto spiritual, but as unto carnal, even as unto babes in Mashiach. I have fed you with milk and not with meat, for hitherto you were not able to bear it, neither yet now are ye able.
No, I understand that.
So,
I know say something like that with milk and meat and no difference and thing, right?
Right.
So I'm not deep and don't think I'm not who.
Yeah, no. What we say, the reason why we bring on that is because you have to understand this. Where you're going and get here is meat, and you in deal with the milk yet.
Yes. Don't judge.
No,
what say? Don't judge. Don't say I don't get meat as
They
it.
say don't judge, but you should say to judge.
I understand. He said judge by doctrine. My doctrine is not really against my doctrine of speaking the word of God.
No, we're not saying that. We're not saying that.
No, I just explain something. I'm going to get meat.
Meat.
Should I go in the scripture and that's fine?
watch man. So you can't jump in. Big brother, that's what I say.
Don't cut me.
I know what I say.
Don't fix me.
What you doing here?
Yeah.
You brothers watching it as something great.
Yeah, they love this.
That's that we doing there. We watching it like we right now. I like this man come up out of 1,000 people. So it's not like we trying to beat it down to the floor and thing.
Yeah.
We not about that. We not about that at all. Right now,
even though we come with Psalms and so forth, it's still everything done for edification's sake.
Yeah,
so that's why we start. That's why I bring on them scriptures first.
And the scriptures and all say, the scripture I always say, it say, try the spirit now, boy. Whether if it be of the word of Yahweh, it just be of
right.
So what you do there is I tell you now, I get
So that's why I say, it's a bring on the scripture say, let come, let us reason and so forth. So here what we go do now, we will give you your time to talk and ask the questions. Right.
I'll give you Revelation chapter 20.
Yeah, that's all.
And I saw an angel coming down from heaven, having a key from the bottom of hell, and a great chain in his hand. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil, and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. My question again I ask you, is the dragon, the serpent, the old devil, is one person?
Well, we one thing and it just break it down right fast.
Watch this here, right? No, it's not.
This is the book of Revelation chapter 2 verse 10. Say, fear none of these things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that he may be tried for 10 days. So that devil you talking about, we feel, the shit that you thinking about, we feel it is about 200 dollars.
No. I could. Okay, I'm not thinking about that. What I'm talking about has nothing to do with image. I talk about literally Lucifer, literally the dragon.
Alright, so
one person I talking about. We are talking about no image man give you.
They were just talking about, you see the Revelations 12, right?
Revelation
12, 9, now we just read, right?
Revelation 20.
You know anything about etymologies?
You never ask even about etymology, but going to etymology, the root word or something, right?
Yeah.
Because you know something when you see a translation for something, when you go into the root word, it means something else. Right? Alright, to say, this is where you went in, right? There's the etymology for the word Satan, right? You see it saying G2532, right? No, that is Satan that was talking about here, right?
G2 is just that the group.
Yeah, when you go back to the actual Strong's number, it means something different. That's like when you see world, and you see world somewhere else, it don't mean, like you see it's world into place. No, but let me show you, right?
I could break down what you're trying to say because
let me show you, right?
When Christ, that's not my brother.
I want to show you a difference.
I know, but when Christ was take out demon devils from people, it was not literally devil that I talking about, this devil here. I know it have a different, okay, when he say, and there was devil, when he say we are legion, right? I know it's not Lucifer talking about, right?
I'll show you something.
I understand what you're saying.
No, but I'll show you, watch. When you see it here, right? You see any Satan, like you know Job, the story of Job, where you see and Satan was among them, right? But you're seeing the Satan they explain here is a different Satan because you go back to a different Strong's number, right?
Where say with the
concordance,
the concordance, right? I don't know how to get the Bible concordance are one, they are different one I'm using. Right? Definition, they say an opponent, especially with the article Satan, the arch enemy of God, right? You see that difference? That's how they put it, right?
Arch enemy of God.
Right? That's how they, right? But that's how they put it. When they go to Revelations now, and they go to the and the 12 verse 9, right? And you see Satan, and you click on that one. Is the definition the same?
No, that way, you see what you're doing.
No, but I'm asking a question. You're seeing it a different Strong's number, it have a different definition.
Right.
So when you go back into the root word who they're talking about, it's not the same person.
Right, no, I know break it down something with you, John, that's using scripture, right? When I said, and he cast out many unclean spirits or whatever, because they call them demons too. Correct me if I'm wrong, alright? They call them demons, they call them devils, right?
You don't call them demons. I'm not going to say that because the word demons mean what? You would never find the word demon in the scriptures. You have not there.
They call them devils, right? And they call them unclean spirits, right?
And don't even call them devils because they see now meaning and words is an important thing.
I just saying what scripture
so understand what I'm telling you now, brother. Let me just explain something to you. Now you see this English terminology of the Bible? If we keep trying to understand this, when he say for with stammering lips and another tongue will I speak to my people. But the English language, L-I-V-E is live and life. B-O-W is bow and bow. So now when you're trying to understand the words or trying to understand what it mean in the scriptures, you have to go back to the Greek language.
Or the Hebrew.
Or the Hebrew, right?
That's what we tell you from the start. I want to start with the start first. Get understand this. Get understand this. Let's say come let us reason and so forth and show you cause. But I know show you cause, show you the two different. Yes, there is a spiritual Satan. And yes, there is a carnal Satan. Now you understand this. The spiritual Satan work for the Lord. The spiritual Satan work for the Lord. And that's a next topic by itself.
That's like, the creator, right? Well, Yahweh, right? How we can be all powerful if you're all good? You understand? So who gonna come against you?
The scripture say the Lord is omnipotent. When you look up the word omnipotent, it means all powerful. It means power unlimited. It have no way. It have no way that something he make could come and fight him.
I know this. I know this.
As I know that, let you go back. Let you go back to right here with the Satan, right? Give me the Abraham's scripture.
Right?
Yes, brother.
Oh, yeah, you might know. This is Isaiah 14.
Yeah, you went.
Isaiah 14. Yeah. Right? This is Isaiah 14:12, right? How are thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? Right? Where you're telling about where that heaven is.
Right.
Should go higher up and
No, we talk
about it.
Yeah, well, it's from
no, I know you
Give have an example of the characteristics of Lucifer before you reach to that point.
I know you will.
Alright, so
I know it.
that
didn't happen.
I have one that's talking about the rulership.
And you understand this? How much heavens it have?
I believe it has 3 and 3.
That's right?
Yeah, different, yeah. For me, I don't know. For me, I believe maybe one is what we see in high, or maybe next one is another level. Until you reach where.
What the last heaven?
I believe the way master and self-dwelling.
That's right. You have heaven? You have heaven here? Rulership. Your rulership? Women that say way by heaven by.
Yeah, why say?
That's hold on.
Cannot have it here. Why from the beginning we lost that. We lost that authority.
So it was there.
It was there with perfect where everything was righteous. But since Adam gave up that, no, okay, I understand Christ come and die, fulfill Adam's shoes, should I say put it, right? Where he could give other man a doorway. Right? But we only get that when that master reaches.
Okay, so hold on. I understand this. We go from the heavens and they jump to something else.
No, we just talking.
No.
We just
then we will never come to understanding if we keep on jumping.
Okay, the first thing was...
Hold on. It's the same heavens going into the same topic we're talking.
Yeah.
Right? You have 3 heavens. You have your heaven here, which is your rulership.
How are we saying it?
I will understand this. You have a heaven here with your rulership.
With your rulership.
Right? And men, as no draw metaphor for you, men just go way by in heaven. Right? Or as the rich just say, by we in heaven. Because that is their kingdom. Right? Then you have the second heaven, which is the firmament, which is the outside. And then you have the heavens. Where are the heavens of heavens, which are the Lord is. That's outside. No, I will grasp those 3 heavens in your mind.
Just have it in your mind.
Have it in your mind because
I can't see it so because the Bible not talk about it the way you speaking about it.
But it mentioned the 3 heavens.
Precisely, but not the way you say it.
Hold on. Hold on. It mentioned 3 heavens.
Right.
So how, if somebody comes to ask you about the 3 heavens, right? How you want to explain it to them?
No, hear what I'm saying. You say your first 7 is here. Right? This is the first 7, right? The scripture never mentioned earth being any type of heaven.
When he say here, he ain't meaning literal here, the earth. He meaning rulership. Because what hell mean? Hold on. What hell mean?
What hell?
Yeah, what is hell?
Well, it's have a Job explain what hell is something literary.
Just as an
right.
So if the word hell, so here I say now. So if the first hell is a condition, that is why we can tell you the first heaven represents rulership. Because one has to be at the bottom and one has to be at the top.
This is Matthew chapter 24 verse 29.
Matthew chapter 4.
Right? Verse 29. Verse 29. It says, immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of heavens shall be shaken. So is that talking about the same heaven?
No, my brother.
So
heaven is not earth.
I'm going to ask something here.
That scripture, yeah. When you're talking about that scripture, when heaven shall be shaken, and then tell you heaven shall be ruled like a scroll.
Yeah, beautiful. Right?
No, okay, my brother. What them talk about the earth, them tell you island shall fade away. There will be a great earthquake such as never before.
Yeah.
Right. But that is not heaven.
I can answer my question.
Okay, maybe say something.
Something based on what he said. You said before that earth was a heaven.
Earth was a paradise.
No, I want to ask you a question.
Paradise.
Before you say it was a heaven, right?
We was a paradise.
It was a heaven. You say that.
Heaven.
Right?
My bad. The word was a heaven.
Was a heaven.
Right.
So if originally the 3 heavens were created, if earth was a heaven and it's not a heaven anymore, you're trying to say that it stopped being a heaven and a next heaven, the next layer was created.
Could I explain what I was trying to say? When
I
said
had a
heaven,
question I asked you, right?
When I said heaven, I meant paradise. I don't think you take it literally heaven. Now when Adam lost his title, right? So Adam and fall, Adam lost something unique with he and God, right? It doesn't mean God kept him away or threw him away, right? Satan become the ruler until, correct me if I'm wrong, did not Christ come and take back the key from me?
No, you're wrong.
So Christ didn't come and take back.
That's what anime,
That is why we're telling you. That's why we're telling you. We want to deal with one topic first. Because jump into Adam and Eve is a next topic by itself.
Listen, we just reasoning. Why be reasoning?
Okay.
We just going
No,
left and right.
see
When
that
I say left and right, no.
you can't do that because you never.
You never come to an understanding to one topic.
Okay, mark something. When you're in school and your math teacher, you want to do division, she want to multiply, or she want to do plus, she would never do that.
No,
because you have to understand what dividers first.
Alright then, right?
So you
go with the devil, Lucifer, and them is one, right? Right? We'll go with that, right?
Don't stay home.
What's the first question you ask?
The first
The
question
first question was 144, no, 144.
You get the explanation.
Right?
That's
Right.
That's why I say that them living there.
Here we're going on. If you need that, if you ask that first, what question you want to deal with? You can ask one question.
Alright, one question I want to deal
One
with,
question.
devil and Lucy.
That's all,
That's the only question I want to deal with.
You are saying on Reggie, right?
Yeah, big brother.
Right, understand what's going on. Yeah, what happening? But every time you pause me, right?
Off the topic.
Right, no, yeah, tell you what I'm saying now. No, you what I'm saying, no, you have to ask a question. You can't just be gullible.
Yeah, I
right, so understand what you're saying. No, yeah, what's going on? Is a man, you're searching, right? I'm going to say you're searching. You know you understand, right? No, yeah, what's going on? Now you break it down. Within, if it's for you, it's for you. Right?
Yeah.
Let you break it down, and is a man, you have some little sense. You will know if it's making sense or not according to the scriptures. So let me do it and follow and see now. I mean, it makes sense or not making sense. And they're cutting me and so we jump, you understand? You understand what I'm saying? Right?
Lucifer first, right? Lucifer first. We're not jumping nothing yet, although mention nothing yet. Lucifer alone.
So what is your perception on Lucifer?
Okay, I know reading it in Revelation 20 when he saw an angel coming down having the key from the bottomless pit and hold on the dragon, which is the serpent, which is the
which is the old serpent,
which is the
devil.
I'm reading this now, but I know how it goes. Which is the devil, right? And he hold him and bung him for 1,000 years. Right? My question was, is the dragon Lucifer? In other words, or if the serpent is Lucifer?
Well, if it's one.
I say name is one.
You say there's one.
Yeah,
right?
brother, tell me that there is not one.
No.
Right.
No, there's not one.
Right.
So now let's break it out.
Yeah, that's all I want.
Let's break it out.
The dragon, I don't understand who is the dragon.
Right.
And I don't understand what is the beast.
No, we doctrine, right?
Just now, and I don't understand what is Lucifer and what is the meaning of Lucifer.
What is the meaning of devil?
I understand what is beast. Because the scripture in Daniel explains the beast and the kingdom understand what is horn, understand what is mountains. What I'm stating now is the dragon Lucifer. When he say dragon was cast out or Lucifer was kicked out or whatever.
No, he didn't say Lucifer was kicked out.
Was told, I just say I could say it anyhow. When he was tossed out.
That same Revelation 20.
Well, if we're going there, but we're going to start with
I just want to bring one piece before we
go ahead, brother.
Right?
Yeah.
This James. I read from
no, I read 20. It's 20, not 12, 9.
The James 1 and verse 19, right? He said, wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, but slow to speak. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, the pausing will kind of throw you off.
Alright.
Pausing the conversation kind of throw you off. So if you deal with that, we deal with that one thing. So let them bring out the thing and then you go ask a question.
They are listening, they can listen. They just tell me to read over.
Read over what you say. Revelation 20.
Yeah, Revelation 20.
Hold. Secular history. In 1300 AD, what happened?
Now you ask me a great question.
Right, good. You know, now it's on that same Revelation 20 where he's dealing with, because that scene happened in 1300 AD, that very same scene with Centurios Reverus.
When he devil get cast and bomb?
Exactly. Hold on. Centurios Reverus. Do you know the history of Centurios Reverus?
First, me and my partner was reading something because I believe that the devil get born in a point at that time
No,
So I listen to what I say.
Before you go to secular history, you wouldn't understand that. The reason why I say that you don't understand, you get who is the beast, who is the beast, and then so they deal with who they are first. No, you see how, no, what the brother do there just show you how important history is.
No, I want to know that.
No, you're going to learn after. You're going to after.
That's the kind
our grass, our we answer. You want them first. So go ahead, read it.
Right? And I saw an angel coming down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit, and a great chain in his hand. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years.
Good. Take your time and start over to read again. Take your time.
I think first you have to distinguish between the dragon and the
Yeah, no. I want them to start from one so we go understand. Go ahead.
And I saw an angel coming down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit.
The key to the bottomless pit. The bottomless pit represents Europe. Europe, the reason why I tell you it represents Europe, you go back to secular history.
Hear what you're doing to me. Hear what you're doing to me. Hear what you're doing to me. We not why you going there, we changing topic there.
No.
The reason why I say we changing topic, right? You tell me certain, okay, you tell me bottomless pit is deep. No, I'm not fighting it with that topic. I'm not going against it.
Try to explain from what you understand here.
Because as I tell you, we are reading with plenty of people. And he has a brother also believe that the bottomless pit and hell and thing is on part of earth some way.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's why I tell you when he was going to talk something, say I mind listening that now. But what we're talking about here now is if the dragon is Lucifer.
That's why just say break it down for him now, boys. So that one was
listen to first and then explain each individual.
Going to the Isaiah now? Isaiah 14 verse 3, right?
Dragon, because actually the dragon, I don't go back and
Do it as so far as possible.
Even when it deals with the Revelation 20, and that's from verse 1. And that there, when you read, as I've said it before, when you read the Revelation 20, when you read it from 20, when it's from verse 1, you're stopping at verse 3. Because verse 1 going into when the dragon go back into captivity. That is when the Lord come back to capture it. So now when it's up at verse 3, they jump to verse 7.
What I understand what you say. What you telling me is not, oh, I will take scripture.
Because
you know why I say that?
You take it.
No,
and that is why
I read it. I know you're talking about.
That is why I wanted it. That is why I bring out the first of the scriptures.
Just
hold on. I want you to listen to this first.
Right.
I want you to listen to this first. That is why I start with milk and meat.
Right.
And that is why I tell somebody bring on Isaiah 28 from the first, so you'll understand that it's precept upon precept, line upon line.
Right.
Here a little and here a little.
Right.
You cannot read the Bible like a novel.
I know we say that early when it was coming to Revelation, and I say we can't do that, right?
Right. But you saying from where you take it, I telling you from that Revelation, that how deep you are that Revelation 20 go.
Okay, so what you telling me is, when he say Satan, when he say dragon, when he say old serpent, when he say devil, is not one person, right?
Yeah.
All I'm just saying, sorry brother, all I'm just saying, go in the Bible, just so I went in, and say, well, no, okay, no, I understand it having Ezekiel, it talk about Lucifer, it having Isaiah, talk about Lucifer, I mentioned his name. No, in my belief, he break down it different when he say Lucifer when he was in his glory. Right? What is that dragon? We know. No, I'm not talking about literally dragon, but we know dragon has something powerful. Right?
Somebody, look at me now, the word serpent.
I can tell you, without even a doubt, the word serpent means a sly, cunning, or treacherous person. Now that dragon there, hold on, you now say that dragon has to represent something with might. And that dragon there represents the Roman Empire.
No, understand what I'm saying? I understand what you're telling me.
No, you don't understand.
That's unprofitable.
I understand what you're
saying. Let me tell you something. When you have time, you could take any one of these brothers' numbers who you feel comfortable with to sit down and reason about history first.
Right,
because you have to know a little bit about history to understand the scripture. Because just like our brothers talking about bringing out the history and showing, hey, why we say Lucifer, Satan is not, Lucifer and Satan are two different people, and It's not just one person.
Right.
It's many.
Right.
It's empires. It's empires. It's governors. It's rulers. And so forth. Right.
But brother, I understand what you're telling me because I know my act represent Lucifer. When I think I represent Lucifer, you can say, yeah, but I know who he fall in. You understand? My reaction or what again on that?
No, not that alone, because when the scriptures talk about even Satan can perform himself as an angel or what? Like that whole different topic there again. But what we're trying to tell you is that you have to know the history, to know the empires, to know the rulership, to know the like right now, to know who governed the earth, who created HIV/AIDS, who created N1, bird flu, mad cow disease. Was it our people do that? Let us be real, let's bring in this short thing for you. It was a certain set of people who create these things. For a certain set of people. It wasn't for themselves, it was for a certain set of people. So that way I understand.
What you telling me, we dealing flesh, right? We dealing with one
but why? But why they do that? Why they do that? Why they do that? Why they do it? Yeah.
They do destroy or trying to kill us, man.
Why that certain set of people create HIV, N1, bird flu, mad cow disease, GMO food? Why they do that?
Well, it have some people say to kill out a type of people, which is a certain type of black people. I hear.
Right. But that's what I'm trying to tell you, so that way you have to know the history. You have to know what type of people, because we're talking about, you have to deal with the balance, physical and spiritual, right?
I understand that, big brother.
No, you have to understand what we're trying to show you. You have to understand for era and a particular time, and have different nations and different people that rule the earth.
Right.
That rule the earth. Some of them rule to righteousness. Some people rule to righteousness, and some people rule to unrighteousness.
Just to add one thing.
So you have to know the history. You have to know this.
Going down here, right?
So you go and ask the devil.
About the bear and the
lion, the hawk, the eagle, yeah.
He was talking about what?
He was showing you what type of nation or what type of...
the same thing that the Revelation.
I understand what you're saying.
But when they explain, you're saying you understand that.
Yeah, what I don't understand. I can tell you what I understand, right? Or you telling me is the same breakdown we know understand it, right? It represents different things, right? Well, I'm asking you, my brother, because you tell me you was going and tell me what Lucifer is. Now I could understand when he explained Lucifer. You will never go in his scripture besides finding the dragon was cast out that you see dragon and could read something like how Lucifer was created. You could never, right? So what I'm saying that Lucifer, which is Lucifer, he break down to be a dragon. Being break down to be a dragon, he break down to be a serpent, which is the same person. That was just
characteristically, we're trying to say 18, I think. He said that old serpent with Lucifer was also called the devil.
Right.
I think that's what you're trying to say.
Yeah, so if it's that you're trying to say, why he say, why he call him that old serpent? He referring way back to the garden. Because because in the garden, that nation who was the serpent, they were known as the serpent.
No.
I went to the main fair. When you read Revelation 12 verse 9.
We go watch a movie together. When I get time,
I read. I just read Bible.
Lucifer is nowhere written in the Revelation 12, not the Revelation 20. It mentioned the old serpent, which is the devil.
No.
I give you time. I will explain to you. I need you to listen to this very well.
Yeah.
You gotta understand the meaning of words as well.
Right.
Before you just can't see the word Satan and see the devil and just say that way it is. No, I'm gonna ask a simple question here, right?
Yeah.
Who you think? I want you tell me what you think the dragon is.
The dragon is.
Who the dragon is?
Who the dragon is.
Who Satan is.
Who Satan is.
And
you also
just tell me who's that. Just tell me who's that. From what you know. Right? So I want you to tell me who it is. Like how we can tell you. That the dragon is nations comprised, right?
Yeah.
Tell me what you think it represents.
I believe in spiritual wise it is Lucifer.
Meaning
meaning that Lucifer, meaning the angel, Lucifer. Yeah, that when Lucifer came out, I do mean when he left, he lost the brightness. In a sense, he lost this and he become this.
Alright.
When I say not a man, Lucifer is immortal, which he will always be an angel.
Okay.
Right? He's nothing like no man.
Okay.
But one says, in beauty he was in heaven, he not in beauty where he was here now.
Okay.
Where he is now, who he is now, he not the person that he was in heaven.
So most likely,
but he is an angel, he will be an angel until that day.
So I understand what you're saying here now, right? So he's an angel, right?
Who's that? Lucifer.
Right?
Yeah, we just
I hear mention a word called Idumea. Idumea.
You hear I mentioned
Yeah, you don't say they say Idumea.
Idumea?
Yeah, you say with Lucifer, Idumea. You know say that there when you mention Lucifer, you say
When I
Lucifer,
say
he come from
Lucifer.
Idumea. You know what Idumea is?
Well, if that come out of my
you don't say,
tongue,
you
that
don't say.
now come out of my tongue, Idumea.
Yeah, I listen to your words good.
With Lucifer?
Yeah.
Idumea.
You know say, remember, no, you say,
Are you guys supposed to hear any word?
No, he said I doom. Say from Lucifer come from I doom. Remember that? Remember when they go back to I doom, Idumea. When they go to break Idumea, he is going to break down Lucifer. Who is Idumea? And when Idumea is? Idumea is a people. Idumea is Edom, which Edom today will be the so-called white man. So going into Lucifer, when they say Lucifer was going into Isaiah 14. No, we can touch on Isaiah 14 first. Okay, you know, we're going to show you here now that Lucifer is not an angel, and we're going to prove it through the scriptures. You ready?
Yeah.
Wait.
Isaiah 14, right? Isaiah 14 verse 3. And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. Right?
Right, and that is the time to come, right?
He says that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon.
And the king of Babylon represents too this modern day Babylon, which is the system we're in right now, right? Go ahead.
Go ahead.
And say, how had the oppressor ceased? It stopped, right? How had the oppressor stopped?
Right, because they no longer will have us under bondage in that time to come, right?
The golden city ceased, stopped, right? The Lord had broken the staff and the scepter of the rulers.
And the scriptures say, the earth is given to the hands of who? The wicked. And the scriptures also say when the wicked being ruled, the wicked on, which is the state we're in right now. We know that the wicked is charge.
And that word scepter means power, which all the rulership, right?
Who, verse 6, right? He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke.
They say he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. Who are the characteristics today in this time? Who smote people in wrath with a continual stroke? Which nation, ask me a question, which nation in the face of the earth right now, right, have a tendency to go around and smite people with wrath for no reason, constantly?
Who really saw it?
Yeah.
According to the scriptures.
Well, based on what you know, what nation you know had a characteristic?
What nation I know what
in this one today, everywhere they always want to go in your country and take your thing.
And the same.
And they always have a good reason. What nation you know had a characteristic?
Be honest.
Yeah, in it, right?
If you're talking about America, you mean it like that?
Be honest.
Right, Babylon?
Right, that's mystery Babylon, right?
Be honest, right? He say he that ruled the nations in anger.
He ruled the nation with anger. Because America is over NATO right now. And they have been telling NATO, don't do this. Do that. Do it this way.
Yeah, I know that, yeah.
He say it's persecuted and not hindered, right?
None to stop them.
The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing.
And by the time when they actually get taken down, you know, upon the scripture, mystery Babylon, which is America, will be destroyed, right?
Will be destroyed.
And in that time, everything will be at rest.
He say, yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no fellow is come up against us.
Because in the kingdom, even the trees will rejoice and be happy because they're only going through all this pollution, all this foolishness that they that be pushing through, intoxicating the world and all these different things. Even they go be happy.
That's all. Right. He say, hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. So that carry on. It stirred up the dead for thee.
Say hell from beneath. So when I hell refer to like under the ground, it went and come up. It moved from beneath and it going to come up and meet them. Go ahead, continue. No, let it continue. No, you see what they're talking about, right? They're talking about a particular people throughout the whole script, throughout the whole thing, right?
That's no. Just give me one thing.
No, it's going through it.
Talking about Lucifer here, right?
Right. So yeah, listen. So far, the characteristics, right?
You see if you prolong it like that,
No, we're right.
No, you better breaking it down.
But we need it up to the nation. We need it up to the particular nation we're talking about, right? You see the characteristics.
I know that nation you're dealing with right now.
Right, before him.
It stirs up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It had raised up for their thrones all the kings of the nations. All they that speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Question mark.
Art thou also become weak as we? Right now, America is one of the most powerful nation on the earth right now, right? But it acts become weak as we. Because they get a power take away, right?
And thou become like unto us? Question mark. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee.
Because now they lose everything, so they come like nobodies now, right? In time of destruction.
Just to add, because when they say thou come like unto us, you see that nations that upon that they get their power.
No, but in that time come like they lose everything.
You see when it touch you would. You see that one go straight to the point.
Yeah. No, the next verse is it, but you was leading up to the show which nation was for you too.
Go ahead, read it.
Go ahead.
How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
You see how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
Because I was up in a high spot.
No, go lead and say.
You read, continue on verse. All I just want to ask how he start up there, right? When he say, or I just think it's going so, when I say, or I think it's going so, I think it's just one story.
No, well, like I say, the characteristics go and continue. The characteristics going and continue.
So, okay.
Piece by piece.
Now, let the verse finish.
Basically,
How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?
Which didn't weaken the nation. Now, Mark, say a question, right? What point in history did Satan ever weaken the nation?
No, because speaking about
from the beginning of time. From the beginning of time.
Right,
from the beginning of time.
For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit upon the mount of the congregation in the sight of the north.
The sight of the north. The north is a direction, right? Which part is Mystery Babylon located?
That's not.
Continue and read the scripture. Yeah, continue and read the scripture.
You say here now, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High.
No, this is a characteristics of a man also. Because you see, they just even put it in the pictures.
Okay,
like this.
Jump to verse 69.
No, don't jump. Read it
No,
jump.
jump.
You have to read it first before you want me to understand.
No, you will understand.
What I'm going to ask
I will read over verse 12 and then the verse 16.
What I'm going to ask you, brother, hear me out, right? This Lucifer is talking about here about weakening nation and thing, right? Or you telling me that it's flesh right you dealing with it, right?
Yeah.
So you telling me, how thou Lucifer, morning star, whatever, or you telling me that is the man you're talking about here?
Lucifer is not the one.
Lucifer, when you look at the word Lucifer, you will see the meaning more inside it. But also, that's a hold on. I understand that. That's why I want to jump to this verse one time. When the word Lucifer come up, right? You will see morning star, but you will also see the king of Babylon. The matter something. How you know the word Lucifer means the king morning star?
Listen,
that's a question. I needed to answer.
From scripture.
No, you have to look up the meaning. In order to know Lucifer is the morning star, you have to look up the meaning of Lucifer.
So you can't find it in the scripture? When the scripture knows
it didn't say that it was the morning star.
Read it over.
Then I say, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
Right.
Son of the morning.
Son of the morning.
Son of the morning. They say light. They didn't say you the morning. They say son of the morning.
Oh, son of the morning.
No.
That's how the Friday.
Yeah, but that was a right. That's a hold on. Hold on. Now when you look up, there is part of it. When you look up Lucifer, it means light bearer, morning star, and it also means the king of Babylon. So when you look up the king of Babylon, that's hold on. Jump to verse 16 now.
When he's talking about, go ahead, you find it, go ahead.
They that see thee shall marry look upon thee, and consider thee saying, is this the man that made the earth?
Is this who?
Is this the man?
A man. So what? That's hold on. I will break it down for you first.
Yeah.
One time. The scriptures show you that Lucifer is not no angel. It's a man. That's why when you look up the word Lucifer, it is the king of Babylon. It also have a sect in Babylon that's high above, and that way we call the Illuminati. Lucifer, they literally just go to the Illuminati. That is the highest sect of Babylon.
Could I ask you something?
You understand? That's hold on. They who control everything. Now when you go look up Illuminati, you know you go find? You know what Illuminati means? Enlightened ones. So it goes straight back to it goes straight back to Lucifer. They know who they are.
Should I ask you something?
Well, that's what before we ask my question, and you don't understand what I don't say.
You know, say that when because they hear in the scripture that who is this man that mash up and destroy place? Right. They tell me that Lucifer is a man. Right. You know that word, that way you was not telling me, right? Right. Alright. The question I want to ask you, when the rest of the apostles saw Moses and Elijah went with Christ, and they represent them. It's one verse, I think is Matthew, represent them as man. Right? Yeah. If I could go in the scripture and find it. Like Matthew 17. Right. Was they literally man? Or could they? Or only get something that they could have seen. When you see Moses and Elijah? Yeah, when they were having the war, Elijah partner was with him. And Elijah prayed. Yeah, Elisha. And he prayed and asked God to open his partner eyes that he could see what he could see. What I'm just trying to say. For we to see something, God just put it in that way now, boy, represent him as a him. The same thing with Lucifer when I say with a dragon, represent him. You're not as that you were before. You're something else now. With serpent, I understand why you tell me serpent, but serpent also go meaning beautiful. Yeah. You understand? Smooth, cunning. Cunning.
Now what cunning means?
Beautiful as well.
Cunning goes back to what word? 16. Now this is the problem. They will tell you beautiful, but when you go into the etymology of the word serpent, it is a sly, cunning or treacherous person. Now hold your hand. We're not dealing with no beliefs, no faith, no nothing. You know what we're going and start to deal with now? Facts.
And the truth.
Who? The word devil means deceiver. Who deceived the whole world?
Lucifer?
Who? It's not Lucifer. It has certain men that did it.
Alright, they tell me
hold on. No, hold on, don't play. You know where you're trying it? Hold on.
My Bible is not cartoon.
Hold on, Brethren. Hold on, Brethren.
What? That's what happened? Yeah. You see, that's why you don't understand something. That is why I tell you certain things. I mean, it's deep, right? But you need to understand this. Certain things you learn, you don't understand that certain things you have in your mind is not true. Because first of all, you mentioned Antichrist. When you want to come to the word Antichrist, it just means against it. No.
When I mention Antichrist, I mention people like the Pope. I say Pope is an Antichrist.
What are you against?
Because, okay, I could be an Antichrist, but I say it's God or you have to show me.
Yes, right.
Like Antichrist, right?
That is what.
Right. I know what Antichrist is.
That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying.
Right.
How you know that? It's because you know the meaning of our word.
No, when it's all hear what and me and like to tell you. You know how I learn things? Bible.
Yeah, but I understand what I'm saying.
No, but I understand what I'm saying. I'm not high. Like maybe I don't want to.
We know what you're saying.
I'm not high into say like reading and whatever that they do. You see Bible? Believe by grace of God. I just try my best to stick with the Bible. Right. And when we sticking with the Bible, I believe why I say Satan is the dragon or Lucifer is the dragon, whatever, I believe the Bible show me that. You telling me it's different. You know, give big brother, they have rules to read, right? And if jump up all Lucifer morning, so whatever, right?
All Lucifer, son of the morning.
Son of the morning, alright. But I just say Lucifer then, you mention Lucifer, right? What I'm asking or asking you is show me the dragon is not Lucifer.
But hold on, stop again. Here is what I'm going to ask you again. Now, when you read this scripture, when the brother read the scripture just now, he was giving you certain characteristics. Hold on. He was giving you characteristics of what Lucifer, exactly of what Lucifer would have been. Now, hear what he say, right? Yeah, he said he covered fields and all these things. Let me stop dealing with semantics or what. Let me say, hold on, because the Bible is the oldest history book. The Bible is also a history book. You understand?
Yeah.
The Bible has a lot of history inside of it.
Right.
So let us start to deal with facts.
Right.
All those characteristics who do all these things to mankind or to certain men on the face of the earth, who is he?
A spirit can do nothing.
Exactly.
So what you saying now? You saying that the spirit use them, like using a man to bring it forth.
You see, that all goes to this. That all goes to this. That is why I say before. I want to say before. Certain things you're touching upon. Certain things that you're mentioning to yourself. You don't understand it. You come to ask a question, you have to be open-minded as well.
I'm open-minded.
No, we're not saying believe everything. You have to do your research to yourself.
Yeah. All I just saying, what you telling me, I want to see it in here.
You ask a question.
That's all I saying. That's all I
So
saying.
we ask you a question here. You ask a question about Lucifer.
Right.
You went into Lucifer fair.
No, here what you went to for me. No, don't do me that. You was telling me about different type of nations.
No,
right?
No, Gregory was giving the characteristics and leading up to the verse. So this is what I was telling you. So what I'm saying to you, I wouldn't ask you again. I will tell you. I will tell you. And let me stop playing semantics with yourself. In slavery was one man who started the whole scene, and it was the white man.
And that's what, and hold on.
Even we don't lie to ourselves, right? Don't lie to yourself. Speak the truth.
That has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
What you mean?
You want to say that?
He wouldn't understand that. No, he wouldn't understand that.
He would not understand that. I will not agree. I will not disagree with Black brother wants what he did. Don't get me wrong now. I will not say one man and I will not disagree with him. What I'm stating is the topic what we're talking about have nothing coming down to it, man.
No, but I need to understand this. I need to understand because you're tying up yourself. You ask your person to describe who Lucifer is, right?
Not to describe.
To tell you who Lucifer is.
What the question is, what I ask is the dragon Lucifer? That is the question. So you all serpent is
no, and we already tell you no. We already tell you no. And the reason why we tell you no is because we went into one fair. When we explain who Lucifer is, we know we're not explaining who the dragon is. No, how we could jump to the dragon if we don't understand who Lucifer is? And how could we? And if we break down the dragon, how could we jump to Lucifer if we don't understand who the dragon is? No, that's why. I will read Isaiah 14 verse 6 for me.
Isaiah 14 verse 16. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon
and
thee.
He mentioned Lucifer before, so he said, them that see thee will do what?
Narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth tremble?
Is this the man that made the earth tremble?
You can see Lucifer. You can see the devil? You can see Satan?
You can't see Lucifer.
According to the Christian doctrine, according to the
whole doctrine, Lucifer is a man with a pitchfork and so forth, and you can't see him, you see him in the dreams and so forth. But if you person in here, you go see who this Lucifer is, and you go see what
we not say that. No. Open your eyes, my brother. You will open your eyes.
I needed to understand this. You still think hold on. You still believe in your mind that Lucifer is a spirit. He's not a spirit. You have to understand that. The Lucifer that mentioned here is not a spirit. It is mentioned as a man. And the scriptures, that's all. He's mentioned as a man. That is what he all again get him tied up with. He's still thinking that Lucifer is a spirit. He's not a spirit. So when you mention the scripture about Elisha, when Elijah make his eye pray and make his eye open, right? The thing is, it was because of Isaiah's scripture talking about the chariots of the Lord. You understand? He cannot see it, but he pray and he make his eye open to see it. But you ask a question about Lucifer. Lucifer is not a spirit. The scripture say here, that is what you have in your mind. You think Lucifer is a spirit.
That's the same way he said. That's the same way he said. I ain't going to go back in this. You saying that he's a spirit, but he proven to you. But you know they say you're going about what the Bible says. Now he now proven to you what the same Bible says that Lucifer is a man.
What he proves to me that the brother was reading the scripture, and when the scripture reached on old Lucifer, right? That's how I feel it. Like he take it that everything what he read before was represented. What he going to talk about.
So it's something different. Say something different.
But that is what. Remember the reason why I tell them was to skip this, right?
Yeah.
Even if you read all this, it's still gonna prove my point now. Because how if Lucifer is a spirit, right? How could he cover the earth? How could he do so forth? How could he be here? How could he be on earth here to destroy the place if he's a spirit?
Even if verse 17 in the arm.
Hold on.
When Satan come to God and tell him about Job, Satan make himself present. Listen to me. And God asked him where you was. What Satan tell him? I'm back and forth.
Right, but listen, hold on, don't say nothing.
Right?
You talking about Satan now. Yeah, but Satan, you ask a question about Lucifer, not Satan. It's not the same. No, I guess hold on. It's your time, No, that's hold on.
Because that was saying it's the same person but different.
I want to understand this, brother. Because the reason why the more you talk over me and the more you cut me, you will never get the understanding. You know, when Satan was by Job, yes, that was spiritual Satan. But the actual question about Lucifer. Lucifer is not Satan. There's a different entity by itself. You still going with your doctrine, taking all the same. That's what I tell you. If you ask a question, you have one time you have to put into your mind, you have to understand. That's why I look up. You have to understand. You don't understand that, okay, if you ask a question and you need an answer, you'll be able to understand what it's telling you. Okay, yes, we understand. That's one thing. You have to understand this. That when they mentioned Satan and Job, I was talking about spiritual Satan. That's hold on. I don't want to again time. But they asked a question about Lucifer.
Right.
Is Lucifer Satan? No. No. As a matter of fact, according to what you mentioned.
Right?
No.
I will ask you in the Bible. I am saying it. I want to answer it with a question.
No.
Is there any part of the Bible